Hello, 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 and welcome to another KeenSWH House live stream. This is Devs Lost in Space, and today is a very special episode. I'm joined by Marek, and how's it to be, Marek, here in the office again, doing a live stream?
Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the questions and also to the play session with Orangeria in Space Engineers.
It's really good actually. We've got some of you guys might know Karmakun from the community. He also works here at Keen, and he is waiting off on the side to actually walk around the office in person. And we'll be playing the game here. This awesome creation that has been created by a member of the community, and you get to kind of compare the real thing to the in-game thing. But before we jump into that, I just thought we'd catch up with Marek. Yeah, it's okay, Marek. They see us right now. This isn't the preview. This is for us, so it's okay. Is everything good though? Okay, let's see here. That's good. See.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me? Because usually I have the microphone issues.
Yes, we can always move it closer to you, Marek, if need be. I put it further away from
Thank
me,
you.
But there we go. Fantastic.
So Joe, what do you want to ask?
So, first off, Marek, is I think obviously the office has been relatively empty because of COVID. So, is it something that you see like having more people back in the office and trying to encourage people to work together in the office as a team?
Yeah. I'm very remote friendly, so it doesn't really matter to me if people are working remotely or here in Orangeria. And we also have many people, maybe like even 40% of the people is not even in Czech Republic. So I would say like having people here in Orangeria is a bonus, it's nice to have things, it's not necessary. But we are still trying to support it, like for example, the lunches that we are doing every day, or just somehow inviting people to come, and so then more people will come, because sometimes we get this response that I would come if there are other people, you know what I mean?
You have to be the first person, right? There's always going to be someone.
Yeah, somebody needs to be the first person. So we're starting to encourage people to come here. But as I said, for me it's a nice to have thing, to have people around. It's not must have.
Definitely, and I think we were talking about it yesterday, how great it is that it's allowed Keen and other companies as well, of course, to actually cast their net wider, and it's really great that we've been able to hire people who wouldn't normally have worked for Keen in the past. So I think it's definitely good that we still allow remote work, and that if that's the possibility for some people, but at the same time it would definitely be nice to be together here in the office. So and also, Marek, it's obviously been a week since the last update released, Heavy Industry. How has it been for you, kind of seeing the reactions to this update?
Yeah, I'm happy. The reactions were positive, and this was one of our most successful update. So I am happy. And my opinion is that it's because the topic of heavy industry is very related to the nature of space engineers. It's not something that you feel that it's not really space engineers, like some different topic. And so this is proving again that space engineers community is, they want the engineering team, and they want to do engineering in the game and not other things.
Definitely. I mean, the art style really does seem to be very popular, and actually we'll come back to something special about the Heavy Industry update a little bit later. And I think one of the things is as well, Marek, is you're always super busy between working with the Keen work and also Good AI. So how at the moment is your time? Is it 50-50 at the moment, would you say, or are you been more focused on Good AI at the moment? How's been your work recently?
Hard to say, because it's really changing from week to week, and overall maybe it's 50-50, and like if I average it for the last couple months or so, and yeah.
That's good. And actually, I was going to say, there's been some really exciting work with Good AI as well. I know you've had all kinds of news. I hope if you guys are interested in Good AI, definitely follow the Good AI social media as well, because they always announce big developments there. And I think we can talk. I like to talk more to you about AI, and I'm sure you guys in the chat, if you have any questions for Marek, we'll do some Q&A later, because I know it's normally we have Marek on during the update stream, that it's always way more crazy, and everyone wants to find out the new blocks. So today is going to be way more chill and laid back, and we should have time for you guys in the community to ask Marek any questions that you have about the game, about Keen, and more. So I'm thinking, what do you think, Marek? Would you reckon we should get started with the run through? I know Carmack is patiently waiting in the wings.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so and before we do that though, we have a special guest, and we're going to introduce Olga to the live stream, and that should be the signal for Olga to to come on here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. It looks like Carmack's getting into position. Yeah,
And they can see the camera? Or
no, not yet. They can still see. Actually, maybe I can turn this for you.
Okay.
That's what they see right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is just for us, so we see where Carmack is, so we can compare. Let's have a look here. Interesting. How you doing, Roni? Good to see you. This isn't on YouTube right now, but we're going to upload this to YouTube later. So just Twitch this time. So before Olga gets here, welcome everybody, Olga to the live stream. And Olga, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Olga is the COO of Good AI, and she's been on.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Sure, I should look that way.
Yeah, the camera's there.
And Joel is here, so that's why I'm looking that way.
So right now the guys can see. I'm just going to quickly show what. Let me see. Actually, you know what's better to show you guys is actually show you what the community sees right now. So let me get that up instead. Hold on. Yeah, let's. I thought I would do what they can see, but maybe better we'll see what. Yeah, that's what they see right now. So
right.
Great, and Olga's going to be here as well to answer some questions, because obviously, Olga has been with the company longer than I have, and actually we were talking about it just yesterday.
Like
We've been
2 weeks longer, maybe.
Yeah, not long. So we're kind of the veterans at this point, even though I'm still somehow the youngest in the company, one of the youngest. I'm somehow like the veteran in terms of years. So it's been nearly 6 years now. So let me just make sure we got this. Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys. We're going to get stuck right into the split screen we have here. So let's have a look what we have set up. So here we go. So we have Carmack outside, out the front of the building, and we have Marek's going to control the Space Engineers version. We've got a couple of different split screens here. We can switch to the bigger camera outside as well. So we'll just leave that for a second.
This is so impressive.
Right?
Yes.
Joel, this should work, right?
Is it not? Oh, hold on. I know it's not. Wait. There you go. Now you've got control.
Okay, thank you.
So, let's see. So what we'll do is, for now, is if Carmack kind of moves, you can Carmack, if you move to the left and right of the garden to start with, and just kind of don't get any closer to the office right now. You just kind of show the office different angles, and maybe Marek, you can walk, around the office to the side.
I think maybe the sensitivity is too little.
I did it too much, didn't I? I was trying to make it. It's nice and smooth, but a little bit too smooth. Okay, let's see. How's that, Marek?
More. We need more.
Oh, I know why. It's because that's the spectator. Hold on. Let me just tell you why. Right, now you should be good. It's because you
Well,
had
we
the
got some
spectator
nice
controls.
mountains around
Okay.
Orangeria. That's nice.
Yeah, if you look to the left, Marek, if you kind of like walk around, have a look at the. It's like if it was in in Switzerland or something.
Right. So actually, now the creator can have the most updated version of Orangeria in real life,
Definitely.
and maybe adjust some of the like missing bits.
Is it too slow still, Marek? Would you say it was alright? It's probably okay for the
I think
inside.
it will be okay for inside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So Marek can
So,
try and get to the same position there.
Yeah.
And we've actually got Marek.
the
Go on, go
armor.
ahead.
Ah,
So
sorry.
go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I love the armor on the side of the building. It's actually armor. It's nice.
And maybe we can make shout out to the author, right?
Definitely. Oh, let me just sit to this. This is our. You can look up a little bit maybe. And shout out to Neil, who made this. I think 3 or 4 months ago now. He first created it, and we're actually going to look at a couple. Marek, I know you're not expecting this, but we actually have 2 versions of the office to look at. The original one was made by Neil, which is here. And we have one that was sent to me just a couple days ago by
Really?
Roni in the chat. Roni the Accuser actually has his own version of this as well. So we're going to look at 2 versions that have been made by the community. You can see the garden here. I know the garden, you have some of it kind of very neatly kept, and some of it you wanted to be a bit more like natural, right?
Yeah, there is a little bit of not the field. Gosh, what's the word? The lawn. No, the lawn is the neat one.
Lawns are the neat
So
grass.
how do you call the bush?
The
small-
bush.
The bush, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the bush, yeah.
Yeah.
This will get changed next year. We have a design by garden architects, and this will get changed.
And actually, you want to do like a more like some grand entrance, right? Is the idea, some walkway.
Definitely. Right now,
Proper
that's just
entrance.
temporary entrance, but there will be nice gate and nice stairs, and all those things.
It's gonna look extra grand. See, we got another. That's just you guys. Okay, let's see as well.
People want to go inside. Let's go inside.
Okay,
I'm
let's.
also quite impatient. I want to
Okay,
see.
so we're gonna tell. We got to give a heads up to Karmik. So Karmik, if you can move up towards the building now, and go into the main. What's the correct room for this actually? What's the official name of this
The
room?
official name is the Fireplace Room.
The fireplace room. Okay, so Marek's in the doorway here, and Karmik's working his way up.
Come on, Karmak.
What's-
It's actually funny that I don't see him there. Like somehow my brain is expecting him
Yeah.
there.
Hopefully we got the. It'll that in a second here. So here we go. Going in. The fireplace is lit. There's no fireplace in game here. It'd be quite hard to make it at the scale, but here we are in the fireplace room.
But it's quite impressive still. Like I think it's very accurate. I don't get it. How come it's so accurate? Like where did the creator get the information?
Well,
And
from
the
the live,
scale.
from the release
no,
live stream.
but look, the scale is very accurate.
And see,
Wow.
there is even this kind of, if you look on the ceiling, there is this thing.
Yes.
It's just some construction element that
Yes.
actually I wanted to the construction workers to make it as like small as possible. And so it's funny that he captured even this
Yes.
element.
Yes.
And
It's
when I
very
was
accurate.
Playing this for the first time a couple months ago, I was so excited because
Yes.
it's like then you go and you discover this room, that room, and they're kind of the same as in reality.
Amazing.
Actually, there is even something.
The stairs.
It's
just
got the
like
little- it's got the
so
little-
It actually looks exactly.
If you head towards the model of the orange area in the corner
Oh.
there, so at the corner of the room, looking at
No way! Wow! this
and they
is
got
so
the black stairs with the.
with the armor.
With
Yes.
the armor, yeah.
So actually, I don't know if we could see also on the stream like the element of the stairs, the actual stairs.
Yeah, Karmik can show the space engineers
Yes,
up
yes,
close inside,
yes.
built into the stairs there.
Yes.
It'd be hard to get onto into the in-game version. You might do it using like transparent LCDs maybe. There might be some possibility.
And look, there is even the stone wall.
Yeah,
this thing
showing
there.
the stone. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Let me show the game.
Like,
Hold on, we go.
Whoever made this must have like a lot of love for space engineers and everybody, because like look at that. This is just brilliant. Like really.
There it is. So, Kamek, if we come down and we'll go towards some of the meeting rooms now to the left-hand side.
Okay.
We'll go to those ones first. So yeah, Marek's gonna. Here we go. Got that fantastic painting on the wall there as well. So this is do the meeting rooms have individual names? They're just called meeting room 1
This
or 2.
is the large glass room.
The large glass room, and it does have that big glass pane there.
Yeah.
And see, there is even the curtains.
Yeah,
Wow.
the same colour. Wait,
Kind of.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, very similar.
Very similar.
that is weird. Yeah.
This is awesome. Does it have the space engineers? Space engineer honey badger painting on the wall?
No paintings
that would
in
be
this
like
one.
there could be an LCD panel with some.
You could do it. You could actually do it. Actually, the
right.
creator could actually do it. But the paintings weren't up when we did the live stream. They were all.
Right. No, the painting. Well,
Maybe they were not.
maybe they were.
They were
not.
they were all stacked up. I think for the office
Right.
party, we hadn't decided where to put them yet.
I think this is a slightly better setup because now we can see more. That's what the audience sees, right? Because
Yeah,
before it was quite squashed.
Yeah, they see both. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
squash. It's just it's cut, but they can see.
And you can see much. This is maybe better. Yeah. Better ratio, I guess, like for the.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. Wait a second. What is this sleep chamber or?
Toilet.
So that's the toilet, isn't it? To the right hand side.
Oh right. That's
We
correct.
can wait for Stefan to come there.
Oh, hold on. I wanted this one. Yeah. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a. There's no cryo chambers in the real toilets.
There he is waving.
And Olga, I think people didn't know, like, you played a huge part in the design and choosing the elements that we use, right? Because
I did, yeah, and I was overseeing the construction, so basically being on the spot almost every day and being there, like, you know.
yeah, keeping an eye on the builders and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say it's reminded,
Getting my hands dirty, yeah.
it's reminded of something we don't have. We don't have a marble skin. We have a wood skin. We have all kinds of skins, but one thing we're missing is like one of the ones we have missing is a marble skin. And you could actually recreate this. I think the best you could use is maybe some kind of like the mosaic skin, maybe. Come on, you can say hello to people on camera there in the mirror, maybe. Say hello to people.
Joel, can we copy paste the link to this workshop blueprint
Yeah.
in the chat?
I believe Aaron
Erin
is
can do
watching,
this.
so if he can grab that. Hold on, Marek, if I click on this, but you'll lose access to your control. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh,
Okay.
now we'll see the beautiful wallpaper in the small glass
There you
room.
Yeah, but
And I
that's
think it's
the-
missing there.
because this is quite a recent thing.
That's
This
amazing. Yeah.
Right.
Let me go full screen on that one. Actually, I can switch here as well to. There you go, because then it's not cut, but it's hard to fit them all in not cut. But there you go. That's the, so really, and Marek, this is one of your. I know this is one of your favorite pictures, isn't it? Because this is like OG stuff right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, OG.
OG, yeah. The Sectan's in the chat. How you doing, did Sectan come to the office party? I know he came to the old office. I don't know if Sectan's come here yet. So I think because a lot of these pictures were missing, I think that the creator could actually redo this with, you know, LCDs and certain using the actual pictures that are
Upgrade,
there
yeah.
and stuff. So yeah.
That would be awesome.
What should we do with this blueprint? Or whatever you decide. There we go. Now this is quite interesting because again, the person who created this, Neil, got all the information from the live stream party, and hey, we have the gym next up in the next room. Actually, yeah, gym's up next. Good job, Carmack, you're doing great. Yeah, got some weights to lift. Gonna pump some metal.
These are mine. The colourful.
Yeah, it's massive. Look at that, lifting that.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel flattered that this is like
there is
my
this
garden.
stand. Actually, it is there, and I think,
The green is green on the floor.
green
It's
is
there.
green,
It's
it's
there.
That's what I'm doing. Like,
and I think also
it's like 2.5 kilos, 2.5 kilos, and
I also think the
and this looks like 2.
and also this boxing thing is there, right?
That's Carmack.
Yes, the step is there.
And the
step
step is there.
It's crazy. Like they did what they
It
could with
is.
the size space that Space Engine is.
Hmm.
Awesome.
There you go. It's got the
Awesome.
punching bag. There it is.
Yeah, this is a nice motivation, that barbell there.
But what's amazing is you see if you move, we can now move to the next room, Carmack, or the next rooms, and I'll see August. I don't think August saw this yet. Let's see. Oh, Marek, you go there in game as well.
Hmm.
And if you look up as well, look at the above the door.
Oh my
Okay, so
gosh!
And behind.
How come?
You can go in, I guess. Oh, there you go.
Wow!
But again, here the size they haven't got, because this actually goes around the corner, doesn't it?
Right, it does a little. Yeah.
So you
Well,
can
it
kind of
does,
show.
look. But it's much bigger in game. It's much bigger than.
But it goes off the side. They also have your Olga's
Olga.
private rooms.
Wow! Private rooms.
It's got the bed there. It's got a sofa. The sofa bed.
Right? That's accurate. What is this?
This is your private room, mate. Wait, was it the private? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
still
some kind
inside
of
the private rooms.
Yeah.
panic room or something.
Well, I think it's actually the fact that it's just off the side here. If you see what I mean, like it's. I think they put this off the side bit is where you actually have the. You can see there's the layout there. Like the bathroom is a bit off the right, but there is this space to the left there. See, so they've got some stuff in there. It's interesting how they found that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And also the curtains, and I think they're green, right? In reality.
Yes. In my room, the curtains are green. Yeah.
Some cool lights in there, that's for sure. Got some very nice lights. There you go.
And
fantastic.
Terminator on the wall.
Oh, the Terminator on the
obviously.
wall. Yes.
Yes.
You could. I still think as long as there's space, you could even use 1x1 LCD panels and try and recreate a lot of those images, right? Let's see if Carmen's going to show the Terminator here. Yeah, Roni's asking how do they find out the washroom layout and stuff. It's there you go. It's a
I
bit.
have no idea.
It's quite dark in there, I think.
Yeah, but I think it's obviously
Okay.
Terminator. Yeah.
So, Carmack, if you can now move back towards the main meeting room, I think now. So if you walk around and take the left, you can show. I mean, yes, you see if the shower's there actually. If you when you go to the left, they have got 2 rooms actually. It's interesting. So you can carry on moving that way, Carmack. It's good. So Marek's in the shower room right now. I think I didn't go in there. They made it like a storage room instead. I think with shelves.
Right.
But again, you have the 2 doors.
Mhm.
Your head and shoulders. Yeah, Roni wants the access to the blueprints, the real office blueprints. Roni, but you wouldn't promise
I think
that you
these
wouldn't.
are classified.
I was going to say, Roni, you have to promise you don't plan a heist or something, like make it into the Prague job, you know. Oh, hold on, where are you now, Marek?
Ladies.
Oh, okay.
Oh right, that's the one on the right
That
from
kind
the
of looks
shower.
a bit like
yes.
the shower room there. I probably wouldn't go in there though. You could just show the door.
Why? You can go in. There's
You think?
nobody there.
Okay. Twitch can be a bit risky with toilet filming, even though it's a private building. I don't know. I'd rather play it safe probably.
What do you mean, like censoring or something?
I forget the exact rule, but you shouldn't show I think it's about public restrooms, honestly, but. We don't. I think it's okay as it is.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
That's why I just play it kind of cautious.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
Show the decor. Okay, so now that's a good thing. We're in the main corridor here, going towards the kitchen, Marek's walking down. There is a door on the left. I've never been in there though. What is that in there, Marek?
It's a secret room.
Oh, keep out.
And
Carmen's walked past it there, but there's a clang. It's clang in the basement.
Clang room, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually like a back corridor. So the main one is the one with the fireplace, because it's all walk-through, like the old Baroque building, because the building is from 1760. So it's it has this main passage. You can go from one room to another.
Okay.
Like a gallery, one after another, and then there is like a separate corridor which is connecting everything, but it's sort of like hidden.
Oh, we've got some fruit and tomatoes there.
Well,
so
this is like the leftovers from today's party, so it doesn't really.
the kitchen's also changed since we did it on the stream. Like you put the fridge and the oven
It's
down the end
finally
now.
finished.
So.
Yes, exactly.
I'm wondering if some of the DLC blocks, if you could actually kit out the kitchen. Because I believe this build's a vanilla build. There isn't any DLC in this build, so from what I can see. So I think if you use some of the DLC blocks, you could even make even more of it, like more accurate there.
And see, there is even the arch.
Okay, yeah. If you look at the arch in the kitchen, Carmen, to your right, I can switch here. There it is. The glass archway with the glass door.
It's
Wow,
very nice.
wow, okay, now I wasn't paying attention to the other screen for a while, and it's really amazing. Marek, can you show again the arch?
Mm-hmm.
Where did this level of detail come from?
I don't know. It's really impressive.
It's even a little bit scary. I know.
And they've got the curtain colours there, and they actually have the columns in the middle of the room as well.
Right, amazing, yeah.
You've got some plants.
And this actually, it's two tables put together,
Yes.
and he also made it like this.
He did. That's so. I swear it wasn't like that.
Wow.
Though. I don't, that's maybe. Is that some magical coincidence? I don't know. Like.
And now what is here?
So yeah, where the piano is, we can. I mean, that's like the room off the side.
You should play on the stream, Joe.
They call it Zog's piano because I was playing on the stream.
Actually, it
wasn't
is my piano.
I? It's actually Olga's
It is
piano.
my
Yes.
piano, yes.
And it was there back then, now it's here.
Yeah. Now it's at the end of the room with the cool lights.
And what is on the on the projector screen?
Wow!
Oh, let's
Got the
see.
projector screen.
Okay, it's placement instructions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There you go. So there's the projector on the wall as well, Mary. They've got the kind of grey
Yes,
patch there for the projector, yeah.
It's very good. And also it's here, like the kind of projector.
The little
Like-
camera, yeah, they got
Wow.
it.
On
Yeah.
the,
Wow!
And the sound
Cinema.
panels on the roof.
And even in this correct shape, there's like the sound panel is really like cut out around the. You see?
That's crazy. That's
Jesus.
crazy. That's really.
No, this is like I'm a little bit
I can do
worried. Like, where is this?
and Olga, see,
guy?
there is even the tree.
Still hiding here. No, this is the. Yeah, this is the palm. No, this is not a palm tree, but it's one of the trees. Yeah.
It's funny, you can look from the
This
window
is
like
so
this.
beautiful. The only thing we're missing, like, is this view. Although we have a beautiful view in the park, can Stefan show the view from the window? Will we
Yeah,
see
you can
it?
show the
Oh,
view
it's
from the
not
window.
too dark
Yeah, have a
yet.
look at the
Yeah.
window,
Yeah.
Carmo. You can see the new seating out there as well.
Yeah.
Mystery Man says, "This is such a pretty place. What a lovely place of work."
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
We're hiring always hiring, encouraging people back to the office with tasty lunches as well. Well, the sun, that's the sun setting out there. Actually, it's quite nice outside in real life.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, very pretty.
Okay, so Carmack is now going to come up. He's going to come up and pick up Marek now and see us in the room. And we're going to go with Marek to. Oh, that's the car. So where Marek is now, that goes to the parking, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh.
But he didn't know about that because we didn't go down there, so it's just like dead. What does it say there on the door, Marek? Yeah, it does say underground garage. So they know the plan. You showed the stairs. There you go. Look, you got the KeenSWH logo on the stairs. Snappy's asking. Yeah, you can see the question.
Yeah, I want to answer that question. Is the office a building that was represented? Yes. So originally in the mid 18th century, it was a glass house for plants. So they used to have these huge estates with park, with orange trees inside and palm trees and whatnot. And in winter they brought them back inside in this house for plants. So originally it was like a garden house for plants.
Wow, sorry Olga, this side is actually quite correct.
Yes.
We can't, it's hard for Stefan to get there without looking at the end. We can shut out the window in a little bit, but I realised because the door at the back, that was what we were talking about.
Maybe this is this thing, like it's actually a little bit higher up, or maybe it's just the way it's made, because normally like the windows go to the ground, so you can actually use them to go out on the grass. Well, anyways, yeah. So in the 19th century, it was repurposed for like a residential building, like flats or something like that, apartments. And then in the 20th century, it was sort of no man's land, and finally we got hold of it, and yeah.
So now as well, the place has got a great history actually, and you guys should definitely check out the website for the maybe we can get a link in. Oh, it's all right. Aaron's already linked it, so you can check out the history about the building itself there in the chat. So now we're in the upstairs. If you look to the left, Carmack, towards the two rooms.
What is this? This is this was bathroom, no?
Yeah,
what is this toilet paper?
The little toilet.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
And there is even this little window.
Can we go
to the left, Carmack, to that corner. If you go to the
Yes.
corner, like not the room, but to like where those two doors are, where you come in.
on your left hand side? Yeah.
He's backwards, I think.
Yes. So okay. So then you need to go back
He
from
needs to
where
go.
you started.
He needs to go back. Yeah.
You need to go. Can you hear us?
He can hear us, but it's delayed slightly. So
Oh right.
if you come back to where we came in, Carmack.
Like the entrance to the Keen wing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
right.
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that corner there. So the two doors. There's two
Yes.
doors in this room. One's you've got some. I
One
don't think it's a toilet though, is it?
So the other is another secret room. I'm curious whether we'll find Clank there in the main programmer's room. So let's try this door. Yes, this is the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is correct.
Is there a toilet there?
Yeah, that's the toilet. So we
Oh.
shouldn't show it.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I didn't realise there was a toilet there. I thought
Yes.
there was. Okay, he's
Yes,
going in.
Yes, yes.
I didn't know that. I thought the toilet's down the end.
As
there's
well.
one
There's
there.
actually,
I forgot that.
I would say like there is damn too many toilets. That's my opinion.
There's toilet for everybody.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But one cannot have too many toilets, right?
Yeah. There you go. It's got a little window off the side
This is
there.
actually a really cozy toilet.
Yeah. It's very nice. Zog does not know his own office building. Well, I haven't been
That
here.
is true.
I haven't been here since last
I-
August. It's been a year since I've been
exactly,
here, so
but
it's true.
You haven't aged a day.
I haven't aged a day. Well, that's so kind. Thank you very much.
Maybe even got younger. Yeah. Less sun exposure.
Although I have put
over
on weight though
COVID
since last year.
months.
I've put on a significant amount of weight.
I wouldn't tell. Well, anyways.
Oh, thank you.
And now see the
Oh,
the
gosh.
air ventilation. You know this red color.
Yeah, if you look on the roof, Carmen, you can see that you actually have the pipes.
And the blue
which
is here.
Which
Nice.
symbolises the red and green. The red and blue of space engineers. So it's even got
Right.
the kind of the vent pipes on the ceiling, which is again fantastic. There, look at that. There you go. So down the end, Carmack, we have some cool stuff. We have the side exit or Natik's exit here.
Natik's own private garden. Yeah.
Actually, we will probably slow down a little bit. You can look at we have the SE rifle on the table actually in front of you. Sorry, I'm rushing you here. So there's the SE rifle. Very nice indeed. It's not there in the game, but Really cool model there that we were sent. I'll actually go full screen here of the real life thing for a second, just to show. And we have the classic Space Engineer in the corner as well. I think that's moved around a little bit. That wasn't always there, but it's nice to have it in the
Possibly,
room,
yeah.
watching you on the sofa.
You never know if there's a man inside. It's gonna move.
So, and then to the left, if you go around to the left, okay, sorry, you carry on. This is the side exit, actually, and this is the little garden. This is the little Keen garden here. Always going outside.
Looks very
Marek's
green.
going outside too. Got the same staircase layout. But I wouldn't go down there. You might. I think the height's not good, but.
Yeah, the stairs are really slippery in the rain, so careful.
I tried to put the building next to a road as well. You see there's a road in the Space Engineers version as well.
Actually, someone is suggesting you should try and it's actually pretty small for Marek. Maybe it's like, for me, it's the right size, but Marek wouldn't fit in.
No, I think you put it on before.
No, it's too small.
I think Chendo.
Chenda did, you're right, because it was made for Chenda, in Chenda's proportions, because Chenda was measured for it, because it was Chenda's friend who made it, I think.
Right.
So yeah, there's the little Keen garden, which I believe is going to have in the future. You guys want to put like a table or something out there as well, I think.
Yeah, we're planning that.
And then we come around to the Keen kitchen. There's a mini kitchen, and 2 toilets here as well. So they've got like a wall there. But they've actually got 2. I mean, maybe we didn't go to the toilets, but the rooms are empty. But the layout is correct. You've got the windows. You've got the black table. You've got the side there as well.
It's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, Carmen. There you go. And the 2 toilets there as well. The 2 doors.
Censored.
No, I think it's just. I mean, as long as there was like no one in there. I think if there was someone really like.
Yeah, well, if it's a public space and you know.
Yeah, but I'm not sure who's here, who's not. So.
What's in the fridge?
What's in the fridge? I think the Keen one's pretty empty at the moment. Because again, there's. Oh, some orange juice. There you go.
That nice yogurt is over there. Okay, good to know.
Oh man, there's some
the
yogurt.
one we had yesterday, right?
That yogurt is good. That's some
really
high
good
quality
yogurt.
There we go. Okay. So we can start walking back to us now. Carmack's really close to us now. It's going to take a right here, and Marek's going to take a right as well, and come up the stairs up to the. This is the. Oh, he's got the rack there for the clothes. If you look to the right.
Yeah.
I've got the rack and there you go, little clothes rack.
What's the yellow thing?
A storage box or some kind of crate there. I mean, there wasn't anything. I mean, there's a stack of chairs there.
Yeah. Protein shakes. I have a protein shake it's in another in a cupboard in another kitchen, so we can.
I really like.
Find it.
I really like
we
this.
can hear him.
Yeah, the metal here. I like this raw metal look.
Yeah.
I really like this one. So he's coming upstairs here. We can see him, and if you look to the right first, Carmo, and just show this loft space here. Oh, we can wave. And here we are.
Nice.
We're all
yeah,
here.
we're in all the places.
American, if you can show in the game as well here how this looks. If I can actually, I'll switch to this camera. So if you walk around a little bit, Marek, you can see the proportions here. At the end, you have the metal glass, right? So it has the segment that splits off.
Mm-hmm. This one.
Exactly, but the room space is a bit small.
Right.
So obviously, there's actually quite a spacious. It's actually quite a spacious room in here. But so they've got the stairs in the right place, and if Carmack just peeks into that room a little bit, you can kind of see this is the testers area.
The whiteboard.
They got the whiteboard, yeah, it's got the whiteboard as well. There you go.
Incredible.
But again, I'm not sure when we last did the live stream if it had all the stuff, or like all the plants and stuff. So maybe the layout has changed since like a year ago. I don't know.
really surprised with the level of detail. It's just...
We have another version of the office to look at as well, and it's got some different. I had a look at myself, and some of it's more detailed in some parts, and some of it isn't as detailed, but it's a different take on it, and it's really cool. So we'll have a quick look at that one
I'm
as well.
really curious. Wow, that's nice.
Struggling to focus there, but that's a nice golden hour, sun setting.
So do you think that the
Look at those
source
plants,
was mainly your stream at the opening party?
Say again?
The source of
Definitely.
inspiration was
I
your
think
stream.
that and the website has pictures of the rooms, but I think mainly because on the live stream I was walking around there. So.
Oh, thanks for the compliments.
Yeah, glad you guys like it. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has convinced me that the greatest stream of all time would be a live feed of the Twitch chat for 4 hours straight. Oh man, let's see. On TV. And I believe the upstairs is more accurate than the other one actually from what I saw. But we'll have a little look in a second here. But I think the plan is now we're going to switch it up a little bit, and I think Marek is going to go with Karmuk and show his office and stuff. And the good AI part.
Wow.
And me and you will stay here. And,
okay, and we'll watch them.
We'll watch
nice,
them.
nice.
Okay, I'll jump there. Oh, you can have a play if you want. You can control it. I can swap. I'll jump on a second as well.
You know, I don't want to embarrass myself so much for too long. I'm not a very good player.
Get a really close-up shot of the raw metal, and the space engineers.
But look, there is some. No, Marek, I need to. Can you zoom in on that panel over there? Oh, it's just see-through. Okay, because it looked like it has the armor pattern. No, it doesn't. Yeah.
And Bubba Gaming is asking if the building is ours. So yes, that's the answer. It's we own it. So that's why we could customize like whatever we want.
Definitely. Yeah, really nice.
Thanks everyone for the nice words. So nice.
But like the detail work is so.
In the recreation, I that's what I'm saying. I even feel a little. It's like it's a little weird. Like
for example, this window here.
Okay.
Or this small window here, right? This small window.
Yeah, no, they've got. If you look at this room here, you can show the. I'll show the split screen here.
Oh, the thing is, there's also another video of the developer. Wow, we need to. Yeah, if you guys watching, if you can, if you wanna check out how it looked before we bought it, you know, there's a video on the Orangeria website from like the previous owner, which was just like a development company. And they have all like the before footage with raw walls, like nothing inside and just like raw material. It's so weird, it's still with a delay. Like
yeah, there is some delay because of course this is being streamed separately there, so yeah, there is a bit of delay there, but that's why there's no audio.
Actually, I'm really looking forward to throwing some really big party for also for the fans, you know, so whoever can come in to Prague, we can throw a garden party and have a tour of the office and meet everyone and all the things. And we have really nice grill parties here, so you know.
Because we used to do these Space Engineers Keen Open Days in the old office, and they were also my favourite days of the year. I really look forward to that. And obviously since we moved here, well, no, not that, it's COVID actually, has been the stopper for that. So definitely when COVID chills out a little bit, it would be great to have an open day and actually get as many of you guys in the community, you know, to come over here and spend time with us and hang out. So
absolutely,
definitely,
absolutely.
Just out of interest, if we had a Keen Open Day and you know Corona situation was better, put an 07 in chat if you would actually be interested in coming. I'm curious how many people in the chat today would be maybe up for travelling to Prague to join us for some grilling and fun.
Look, now we're gonna have rain of also.
There you go. Right. We're counting. We've got to count for
really exciting. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
There's also a +1.
And that's just in the chat here. There's obviously more people in the community who are maybe not
So
here now.
nice. That's really nice.
Oh, for some reason it's the one time you looked there. There you go. Streamception, fantastic. Okay then, guys. So yeah, we've still got plenty more to look at. So we're going to. Marek is going to. They can't see me there, but Marek is going to go with Carmen now, and you're going to look at the boss's office, the big man's office. Let's see how it is then. So
Okay.
and then Marek will come back here afterwards. So great.
You can go.
And you can also walk people around Good AI, right?
It's open, but there's.
It's open, but I will just do my office and the
Okay.
upstairs little, and then I will come back here,
Okay.
and then we'll finish good AI.
Okay,
Good. So,
fantastic.
Maybe
see you
then I
later.
can walk through Good AI or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you could, if you wanted to show it around.
Yeah, I would love to.
Actually, Marek could come back here, and then you could do the good AI part if you like.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd
that
love to.
works.
More movement, less sitting. Yeah.
So
We
no-
got your RSVP on camera.
confirmed. So the only thing is now is they can't hear us. They can't. So sorry, they can't hear Marek and stuff. So because of that, we'll probably we'll kind of follow them for a second, then we'll switch audio. So we'll let them hear what Marek's saying.
And we'll be mute.
We'll mute it for a bit, and we'll just watch
Alright.
what they're doing, just so Marek can
Okay.
show around. Okay, now we're in Marek's office. Fantastic.
Wow.
I'm going to switch into here, listening to Marek and Carmen now.
And here are just some architectural things.
Hold on,
for
I think they-
inspiration.
They can't hear us,
Okay.
so I guess you have to do that again.
So they can hear us now.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So there are some screenshots from space engineers and medieval engineers. The first screenshots that we made for the game, still I would say like my favorite. And here are some visualizations from miner boards. And this is actually a photo made a painting from Rastko, one of our colleagues. It's a photo of Prague, from Prague, and he just turned it into something that looks like a painting. So I got a few of these from him. And here's Honey Badger, the animal that we have in Good AI. It's like our role model, because they are tough and they don't care, they do whatever they want, so they are really interesting. And and that's the rest of my office. Here is a crossbow that I bought, to fight in the beginning of Corona pandemics. Another painting from Rastko, and there are some other paintings that are like, there is the Roman warrior legionary armor, and it's actually a real one, so it's not just some kind of cheap replica, but it's a proper one made by people who actually do this kind of role-playing activities, and they fight in these armors. So I never fought in it, but it should be possible. Yeah, and we can look outside. toilet. No, it's not really a toilet, it's just for cleaning stuff. Yeah, and here and there are some secret rooms. So I will go back and send Olga to you, and then you can go to Good AI.
Okay, yeah, so
Alright.
Marek's back and Olga's going to take over now as they go over to Good AI. Let's see here.
So you were like synchronously with us,
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
over there.
When I got into I was distracted by something before because obviously I was trying to do this, so we had to run and catch up to get into a room. We caught up to you eventually, so hold on, now we're gonna switch. So we're getting muted now, Marek, and we're gonna listen. Well, we can't hear, but
Okay. So the layout is basically the same, and it's a little more spacious because there's less people working in Good AI, and also probably more of them are remote. So this is it. Maybe we could show them this. This is the local area with some old photographs, and on this engraving, this is how the place used to look like in the distant past. And somewhere here used to be the orangeria. Maybe even this little thing is orangeria. This is quite possible. And this is a restaurant, like it used to be something else, but it's down below in the park. So we actually, basically here you can see either this is probably not orangeria, but the building behind it. Yeah, so this is from around. And some AI inspired imagery. We have this little balcony. I'm curious if they got it also on the replica. Okay, so we can actually go out and see the cat house, because this is one thing that should definitely be added. So if you can show them, the cat house over there. So we have a photo trap over there, and we leave their food, cat food, and at night the cats come in and we get them on camera. And over there's this little nice sitting area where we also have the barbecues and stuff. This is another kitchen. It's a little bit smaller than the Keen kitchen. Let's see what they have here. This looks interesting. More orange juice and beer and some wine. Yeah, from the party probably. More bathrooms. Very, very similar. same as in Keen, but a little bit more spacious because there's less people sitting here actually. And so maybe this is fun. This is the spirit. That's the spirit. And this is a nice room of, it used to be a meeting room, then it became a room of one of our colleagues, and then now it's back to meeting room setup, because now Corona is over, so, I mean, not that Corona is over, but let's say the lockdown is over. So we're gradually going back to the office, and so this is another little window. I don't know if you want to see. I don't know if it actually opens. Yeah, it should. You know what? I'll leave it. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, and here you can also see the rough armor. We actually, we left it like that, so it's really nice. It's nice steel. There's another bathroom for, just for checking the checkbox. Everything on camera. Right, so what's next? Shall we? Oh, have you seen this? So this is actually, because when we purchased the building, everything was just bare shell and core state. There was absolutely nothing. And these concrete steps, these steps are now made out of the terrazzo, which is like an ancient concrete sort of thing, where you put together a mixture of marble and some other stone and something that holds it all together, and you pour it and then you smooth it out, and you can actually add mosaic in it. So it's a very, very traditional way of making floors, which has been around, I think, probably since Roman times till modernity, or maybe even earlier. And we added this nice kiln over here. So we decided to, instead of leaving it bare concrete, to cover it with something which sort of reminds of the history of the building, so some traditional technique. Also, same here, like these handles, or I don't know, it's like the blacksmith work, so they're really nice. Shall we go back to Marek?
Now you're good. Welcome back, guys. How was it?
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
You tell us, how was it?
Well,
was it accurate? Because I realized I missed the insights. Yeah.
Because I didn't go into the good AI part last time, we had nothing to go off. So actually, it was just some computers and a seesaw.
Right.
You know, one of these things, some fun
right.
stuff. So they weren't able to actually showcase it, but now they can. They've seen inside good AI.
Right.
And Marek was saying he wanted to say something about the cat house, right?
Yeah, the cat house. It's a recent thing, couple months old, and there is even a camera, sending pictures of the cats that go there and eat. And Olga has like she knows all the cats. It's
The Katos, yes. Can you show Instagram, Joel, to the people, because the Katos are there. We identified.
You mean on the account? Yeah. Do you mean on the official account?
There is an Instagram account for Orange.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe they can follow it. You know.
I think Erin, if we can get the Instagram account in chat for the orangery there, because I think he's been putting links to chat throughout, like the website and stuff, but I'm not sure if he's put the Instagram there yet, so you can have a little look.
Who is saying that I'm the boss of Skynets and Terminator? What? To be honest,
No.
I love Arnold and the movies he's in, like everything related to Terminator. It's really my thing, yeah.
So you mean like Terminator is inspiration for good AI?
No. I mean, why everybody's because Terminator, he's in the end he's the good guy, right? Like that's the point. He's protecting everybody. Eventually, you know, it would be good to have an AI which is protective and, you know, is the good guy. So obviously.
And also in the last movie, he said he's a funny, right? You remember?
I haven't seen the most recent one.
It's good.
I haven't seen it.
It's very good one.
Yeah, Sarah Connor is back, and it's a really good one. Yeah.
Just so I can go. Yeah, it's good. I actually just noticed they've actually got the chairs here. Just coincidentally, they've actually got the two chairs that you and you guys are sat in behind them.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like this.
By the way, Suicide Nail, he's in chat.
He's there.
Yeah.
Who?
So
Neil.
The author, Neil.
Wow, really? Wow! Amazing job, like really.
Yeah, amazing job.
I am impressed.
Nice to know that we are getting Skynet.
No, we're not getting Skynet. No, don't worry.
Fantastic. It's so many nice comments about the office, and I think it's hopefully inspired some people to consider Keen as a good AI. Keen and good AI are always hiring. So yeah, we'd love to have you. Even though we hire remote work as well, it would be great to have you here in Prague as well, whenever's possible.
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. So as for the tour, what do you think? Have we missed anything? I think we've shown all of it.
I think we maybe a few secret rooms.
Yeah,
ultra
secret.
Always have to have a secret room, right? And put all the secrets locked in, so there is still space for imagination. Otherwise, it wouldn't be interesting.
And what we can do is, I think probably we can have a look at this second office, if you like.
Yes, very much. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking if Karmik can try and speedrun it here. So Karmik, are you okay? Alright, if you want to move back like outside again, and we'll start this, but we'll do it quick. So we'll just have a quick look here, and we'll have Marek and Olga reacting here. So let me get this prepped. I'll just take control of the game for a second. We're having a little bit issues with just seeing. I don't know what's maybe this room is.
Have you seen me showing the book? With the historical things.
I didn't even know about the book.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I got this book gifted from Prague 6, like the part of Prague, when I got my citizenship, Czech citizenship.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
So that was that book, and it's there.
It's there.
That's
on the table.
interesting.
Yeah, I brought it so everybody can enjoy. You know, it has a lot of history of this area, so which is really cool.
So let me get to this next one. Now the next one here was built by Roni. So here it is.
This is a different one.
It's a different one here.
Wow.
So you can look down here as well.
Yes. This is nice.
It's going to change. That's okay. So here it is. And if I come in here, what's that?
There are even the palmas.
Yes, the palm trees. This is really nice.
I'll wait for Carmen to get outside.
Yes.
I'll wait for Carmen to get outside here. I'll control this one here now. Okay, Carmen. So if you just look at the front of the building, and we're going to speed run this second one here by Roni. So he's going to the corner. Okay, I can follow you. There we go. Let me do let's try doing this one maybe. Okay, Karmik, and we'll start moving in towards the main room again with the fireplace.
Yeah, you can actually see that the actual palm trees are now outside because it's summer. So
yeah.
they go outside in the summer, and in winter, the big ones are inside.
Oh, the fire's gone out now. Yeah.
Oh, shame.
But look at the fireplace is actually.
This one is very accurate. Very accurate.
Is that a pipe there as well? If you look up, Carmack, at the corner, is that like a metal pipe there? Is that actually?
There is, yes. There is one. Like
even the lawn is
ventilation,
accurate.
you know, where you can like.
Yeah, there is. There it is. Yeah,
Yes.
look at that. Okay, let me just go back to this.
And there are plants in the corners. That's really nice. I like the
Okay.
designer chairs. They're very, very 1930s. I would say something very, very fancy. Wow, and the table with the model, but the
I feel
model
like
is
I'm
missing.
crouching. I don't know. I think it's a bit higher. I feel like I can't. Let me go to the third person here. Oh, I am. I'm crouching. I thought. I thought I felt everything felt like it's like
You were-
the kiddo view. You know, like. There you go.
Nice.
So we move around to the meeting room. That's good, Carmack. I'll follow you now.
Very
And
nice.
they've got the lights as well.
Wow, these are actually very, very
Look at
accurate. Like, I guess as accurate as it gets, because we have their like lanterns, antique lanterns.
Yeah, if Carmack, if you just pan up and we can have a look at the lanterns here. I think there's two as well, if I'm not mistaken.
There are three.
No, I'm sorry,
But there
in
are
the
two of
first
the
room.
same kind. Yeah, in the first room.
Oh no, in the first, the big glass one. He's running. There they are.
Yeah, here they are. You see?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Oh, he's got some. He got some painting there.
Yeah, we have the like the screen actually.
There you go. Got a TV screen.
Yes.
Accurate portraits.
Is this the laughing guy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
The guy who recently passed away, actually, sadly.
Shame. Oh. Yeah.
Keck. Got another TV there as well. Got the event. Got the event
Right.
walls
Very accurate. Yeah.
on. They're using the wood skin here as well. You can see.
Nice. Actually, I like it. It has this, like, it has a nice vibe. Like somewhere on a cruise ship or something like that. What is this?
The gym.
And what is the big thing?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is.
Is it like
Maybe like
the,
a
you know,
bicycle?
yeah. The
Now, Marek,
treadmill.
there's one thing I've got to say about Roni, and he is known for his tricks and his questionable things. And I actually had to check this blueprint, and I found in this blueprint there was something like 400 sound blocks that were designed to play a deafening tone. Like this fun music, this like, you know, this really fun music. So I had to actually go there and remove that. It's a running joke around. He likes to spring this kind of surprise trap. So.
So what kind of sounds?
Like just like this fun music. Do you remember this April Fool's joke? This diddle it, this music thing. Basically, it had like, he's got motto in Olga's room.
It is my
Motto?
room.
You know, from Madagascar.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Motto, motto.
Motto.
And Stefan can show what is actually on that wall.
Actually, he hasn't got the cat. The cat house is out there now, but again, they haven't got the windows. This is your room now.
Yes, but there's this like everybody put a lot of space down there for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, it's much smaller. Yeah, I have there a nebula on the wall, but
I can show
the lights are out, so I cannot.
So I
see
can
it.
just show you that as soon as you're greeted here by sound blocks, and you can. I didn't count, but this is all sound blocks that I found out the hard way. I was checking this build,
And it was.
and I went into some room or something. It suddenly was like boom. So Ronnie likes to prank me a lot. So this was his. This is his kind of humour. So yeah, there you go. I protected the ears of the stream though today.
Jim, it actually has a Jim written on it.
Mhm.
And do the other rooms have written something? No.
No, I guess Jim's easy to write. It's hard to write Olga's room.
Right.
So. But he's got on the roof. He's got the pipes and stuff.
I'm even surprised that people know my name. I mean,
You've been on stream enough.
a couple of times, but
there you go.
long
Little
time
toilet.
ago. Wow, that's a nice toilet. Wow, very nice.
Okay, Carmack, we can move around to the left.
I really love it.
A speed around
Yeah.
this. There's a door here which is normally there. There's a shower. Oh, they've got the shower in this one.
Nice, exactly as it is actually.
Yeah,
Very
showers.
accurate.
And also with the glass.
With
Yes,
the glass.
Is the
yes.
glass there?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
you look, it is there.
There is a
Yes.
tiny little bit of glass. That
But
is
Olga,
so-
I think that's a new thing because
This must be because we probably
Actually
put a
changed
picture on the website.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know, maybe Ronnie can say where he got it from.
Yeah, where did you find out about this, Ronnie? The glass.
maybe
Was it?
he was here.
He was here. He
I
snuck
think
in.
he was here. Like I mean, so incredible.
So the bathroom here is the ladies' bathroom is not accessible. It
Yes.
looks like.
That's interesting. Like what was the reason?
Yeah, Ronnie, how come there was no room in here? Did you run out of space or something? Okay, so we can. Okay, we're going toward the kitchen now. Okay, good. So we come towards the kitchen.
Yeah, there should
On
be
the
a door
corridor.
on the right. It actually no, it's not there.
So actually, there's definitely a bigger kitchen here.
Wow.
But again, this
I
was
bet it
before we
was,
had the stuff
yeah.
at the end. So
Yes, and this is like it looks like from an old photo because originally it was like that, and then we figured that other thing would make more sense.
yeah.
Yeah, so we redone it. Exactly. This is exactly how it was. So you kind of come in and the fridge is in your face.
Yeah.
So we moved the fridge back to the end and left the small fridge out front and the coffee maker. So yeah.
Like some connection problems. It looks like with the backpack. Maybe just a dodgy cable. I go through cables like every stream. It's
Look,
ridiculous.
Ryan is saying that he didn't expect we would be checking the washrooms. We are very thorough.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So now we're coming into the main room here. This is the offending block here. I pressed this button
Ow.
and it said something. What does it say here? It says like it says piano music. So I was like, oh, some nice, some nice classical tune. I pressed it and I became deaf for like 10 seconds.
And
So,
is there an
yeah.
actual piano on this recreation?
This is this.
Oh, there is. And this is true because it used to be around the corner and we moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is interesting because I think both of these builds have their merits because some, for example, this one doesn't have like the soundboards and stuff and the projector, where the other one had the projector and stuff. So I think big shout out to both Neil and Roni because they both have their strengths here for sure that aren't in the other builds there. So hold on, you're in this corner now. So, but they've got the columns in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm. I can say something, for example, about the furniture. So, for example, that couch over there, it's like a piece of old furniture from like the 60s, maybe, or maybe not, maybe like 70s, 80s.
It
and
does.
it's like the sort of couch that everybody has at home and wants to throw away and buy IKEA instead. And we found these two talented designers who just like refurbish, or what's the word for that? Like they renovate the old furniture, and it's because it's actually very good quality. It's wood and everything, so it's a shame that people throw it away. So it's actually like very conscious, I would say, what they're doing. So we liked it, and yeah.
There you go.
And we have a few pieces like that in the office, which are like saved old furniture, which actually looks really nice and it's comfortable.
Okay, let's have a look here. So we're coming back into the main room.
Yeah, I must say, like,
and
even
just-
though there's not that many details, it's very impressive.
Mhm.
I'm really impressed. Really, yeah, great job.
The fireplace is fantastic.
It is, yeah. It's actually, like, for me at least, it seems like the layout is the most difficult part. So I'm really impressed by both
Oh.
recreations. Like, but have we seen that in the
No,
previous
not yet. No,
recreation?
so they've got this a little bit different here. So Carmen, if you go into Marek's room now,
If it's still open.
but they have
Or the
this a bit
COVID
different.
room, yeah, like
but
we call it.
the COVID room.
It's marble room, but
So we can't go into Marek's room actually, so it's okay. I'll just quickly go into
understand.
it and show
Yes.
the difference here. But
yes.
what have they got in here? They've got Marek's desk, got like, I'll bring this full screen here a second. So they've got...
What are these? These are the jump scare things.
No, there's no jump scare, there's no sound blocks there, don't worry. But they got I forgot, is there a sofa there, Marek?
There is. This is really as it is, yeah.
And Roni's put my house in the corner, like my playhouse, because, there's some kind of joke about me, I guess.
What kind of joke? Tell me.
I don't know, Ronnie. What's the story behind this? Like, my playhouse in Marek's room here.
Pink.
I don't know what the story. I'm not sure what Ronnie was thinking about that. Got some AC there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He says, okay, so now brace yourself, Joel. Now we're gonna hear some.
Oh, hold on. He's in good AI. Wait. Hold on. Carmen, can you go back to the COVID room, as we call it? Sorry, man. We're still in Marek's office right now.
Okay.
Okay, so he was building something and then changed his mind about it.
Okay, so there's no deeper story behind it, okay?
No. So this is the room, and actually, Carmen, you can look up because this has changed. This used to be like closed, and now it's more open. It has the lights and the glass panel there. So I think both Neil and Roni don't have this because it wasn't like that when we last showed it here.
It was, yeah.
So now we have like this huge open area which has the lights. But he's got the really cool table here. Look at the table.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
It's really nice.
Because this was going to be like the medieval kind of vibe. He's got like this medieval shield on the wall, right? Like this metallic shield there.
We need this. We need this for the room.
I mean, with the furniture, it would fit quite well, I think.
Yes.
That they have here where they go straight to the keen room, rather than obviously that wall doesn't like cut there.
No. It's actually like it's not the same floor even. It's sort of in the middle. Yeah. What is this?
Space Engineers in the corner.
Oh.
I think this is like Among Us though. This is like this. I think he's made like this Among Us characters. Okay, so this is the what do you call this room? I know it's where is it like the. Is this what's the name for this room?
This is Peter Krejci / Lucka / Jarda room.
Okay, they've done it like more like a
It's like an office.
Office room,
yeah, there's nothing special. It's like office.
Oh, the lights there, more of those lights. They have got some hanging
this
lights.
This is beautiful, yeah.
And we're coming up to
I love the design.
cockpit.
Actually, it has a really nice design. I like the skin, the wood, and it feels really cozy. Wow,
Okay.
this is nice.
Look at the windows.
It would be fun if someone would actually make this room look like an actual cockpit, because in reality, the shape looks really a lot like a cockpit. So, it might be fun to skin it as a cockpit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But like, here's a challenge. Someone out there, can someone make this building? Can somehow convert it into a spaceship?
Yes, exactly. So and then,
add some thrusters.
so it's like it's just a camouflage, and then we can just fly out. Nice.
Although they got if you look down this, it's kind of hard to look down, but they've got the spiral staircase going the full way down. This is the reception room. IT. IT's got a lot of computers, yeah, I can confirm. There's a lot after being there today, there's a lot of stuff.
You have to add boxes as well.
Boxes, yeah, a lot of
boxes and
boxes.
cables and spare parts. Because this is like way too neat.
Yeah, this is very. You should show this to Lukash.
yeah, that's like
this is how.
How it should be.
This is how it should be. Okay, so we're coming down. Where's Comet got? Where is he at now? So we've come to this. I love these lights though. These lights are great.
I love them too. I would love to have them in Orangeria, to be honest. Exactly these ones. I like the shape. They look very Art Deco.
It's that little window part coming into the Keen offices. We have the bathroom there. What is this? It's
a water.
There's
a ship on it.
It's a pirate ship.
A hologram.
I don't know what Roni was the idea, but it's pretty cool here. There you go. You're giving us inspiration.
Water. It's Space Engineers.
There you go. There's actually this is quite good. They got a box. Look how cool they made that box there. I've never seen that before.
What's it for?
They're using the new armored plates that we released last week to create this like flaps.
Nice. Oh gosh! So actually, he got it right, because you see, it's a storage room. We weren't able to enter, but there's like storage for boxes.
You need to aim down a bit, Karmuk. You're going to need to aim down a bit on your leaks. It was the bottom of the camera got cut off there.
We actually have to be careful. So
No, we already checked. We already
you
checked that.
right?
Karmic left some. He planned this out here. Hashtag ban Roni. What does that say? Ladders confirmed. And to do list. Praise Clank. There you go.
Nice.
So yeah, coming into the office, actually Roni's done a really cool job here, making the little desks
Amazing.
here with the computer. He's got
Amazing. It's also
developers,
looking very,
artists.
very. Oh, nice. This looks very, like an office. You know, it has this professional vibe.
It's
yeah.
cool that it's open as well. Like
Yes.
it's kind of cool this room is connected actually.
Yes. Yeah.
They've got the same stuff on the roof. They've got the red and the blue pipes here.
Even with these details, wow, that's
Mhm.
nice.
And they've got the sofa and the. This is weird because I don't know if that was there before.
Wow.
Got the garden and the
Natik's
steps.
garden, yes.
Coming into the kitchen, the Keen kitchen.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
It's
Wow,
mosaic.
this is nice! And mosaics, yeah, or like tiles. They're actually blue and white and blue, yeah, so.
Oh, that's actually.
This-
That is so weird. That is so weird,
This
actually.
is
Look at that.
impressive. But was it like that also in the original stream? I think it's from the newer photos, or maybe that was actually. Maybe that was there.
And the toilets are laid out pretty accurately here
Mhm.
Yes.
compared to the kitchen. You got. It's probably not too much room for a sink, but there you go. Love how you made the curtains. Wait, where?
No, there's no curtain.
No, not here. I don't think.
Yeah, during the live stream there were no curtains. So.
I think the last thing to do is to come upstairs now, Karmic. I reckon. Let's come back here. So yeah, we've got the. You can hear it. Oh, I'm watching. I'm watching it. Okay, we go.
So how do you find this? Like everyone, do you like the space? Do you think it's cozy, or would you add anything or remove anything?
So if you come down, if you come to the let's see. Oh, I see. They've attached the Pedicrecci's room with the lofty. See, they have this going across. We're now above the kind of COVID room.
Okay, of course, Ronnie would add sound blocks.
Yeah.
More plants. Yeah, that's the goal. And they keep growing. And no hot tub. Jill, you were saying just yesterday
I was
that
saying
you need
about
it.
hot tub.
No,
Yeah.
that's way too much. We have a ping pong table though, but it's folded in the garage, so.
I remember
one
that
thing.
ping pong. I saw that ping pong. Oh, whenever you come in here, it's weird. It seems to struggle with the. I
Right.
don't know why. Maybe it's like interference or something.
SP
So-
paint skins. I like the idea to add more customization, like for the.
Oh, a picture of Marek there. On the wall.
Oh, show me! That's funny.
I'm not sure what. I'm not sure
What kind of meme is that?
I don't know. It's a Roni special. I don't know about that.
Perfect, perfection.
So, he's got the divider here pretty good actually. I'm just thinking that this room is definitely bigger. They've got the desk. They've got the windows again. If I'm not sure if Carmen can show the window layout there as
Yeah,
well.
like this small window.
On the other side.
Impressively accurate.
Let's see if he can. There's a delayed.
Yeah.
Yes, Yeah, one sloped window, one square.
So accurate.
And a desk, and yeah, even the little. Roni said he made this very quickly, and Roni's one of the quickest builders. He probably made this in like a night, right? He's ridiculous. So he said he made this last minute, so he didn't have time to add all the details.
This
so
is amazing, really.
There are still many details.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's really
and
impressive.
the accuracy is
It's
impressive.
very nice.
There you go. That's fantastic. So let me just see where this is. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Guys, can we see a huge kind of round of applause in the chat and some love in the chat for both Neil and Roni for their amazing.
Amazing job,
Yeah.
Amazing
really.
builds here, because
Both
I say,
recreations are absolutely stunning.
I'm so glad we were able to do this actually, and yeah, we can do some questions now. I guess. I mean, maybe now it could be great to do some like office-specific questions. If you guys have any questions about the office that you have for Marek or Olga, this is the best time because they know everything about it. Because the process of making and designing this place was a long road, wasn't it? It was like iteration and.
Yes, but I think we.
You enjoyed it though, right?
We did it in 6 or 7 months. We started before Christmas, and on July 15th last year, that's where the opening party was. So, the beta version, early access. So it was really fast. Yeah.
Olga, there is a question. What was the most difficult part of the renovation project?
Right. I would say the planning, and there were a lot of technical details, because it's not just about the surface, right? It's also what's beneath. There's electricity, the water supply, the heating, the cooling, and all these things. So I would say that this planning and really planning well what should be where, and also in terms of layout of the space, that was quite difficult. And then we really paid a lot of attention to detail. So some of the things had to be redone, so they're really perfect. Maybe some finishing and these things, I would say. How big is the office? Okay, so it's 1,000 square meters, which is actually a little smaller than our previous office, which was in a normal office building. And is this 3D printed miniature space battle diorama? Is it a question or it's a question? It's a question. But should we make it? Yeah, I think it would be nice to make it and put it on display.
It's kind of unrelated to that. It sort of reminded me of the plan that we have for the Sistine Chapels.
Ceiling.
Yeah, the ceiling.
Yes.
But it's not there yet, but we'll have to show it.
We'll
for
show
sure.
it.
It's going to be
when
magnificent.
the time comes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we will. Yeah, I think also we should make the diorama. So whoever wants to make it.
Yeah, no, I'm really curious what that would look like actually.
Yes.
Mystery Man. I'm not sure. Do you have any have you seen this in another example? How you could imagine this looking in Space Engineers?
So how did you get the cool metal stairs art? Okay, so.
And maybe Carmick can show the metal stairs.
Yeah.
And probably Carmick's probably tired out now because it's a heavy rig to carry. I know because I carry that same rig for hours and it can absolutely be killer sometimes.
I think it was actually my idea to do it with Space Engineers armor. And then we got together with Natik, who actually created it and designed how it should look like the scale, so the actual scale, as in game of the pattern. And and then the blacksmith, he made it, and the way they made it. So the staircase itself, it's I think it's actually, guys, I think it's sort of frozen. Or no, it's not anymore.
It's on the floor, that's why.
Ah, okay.
But they set up. It's a heavy thing to carry.
Yeah. So this was actually quite a difficult part. So it was really cool. We had these guys, the blacksmiths, who brought pieces of the staircase, and they welded it here on site. Welded it all together because you cannot it's like a huge staircase. You cannot just bring it in. So they welded it together here, and it was really cool. It's a shame that we don't have photos of that. Maybe we do have somewhere. So they did it right here, but the pattern was done separately. So they just brought in the metal plates. It was laser cut in their workshop. So it's Okay. Are there any other questions?
Dovakin is asking, what is the best thing about the office?
The best thing?
Mm-hmm.
The best thing, I don't know. I think the best thing, at least for me, is that it feels people sometimes tell me that it feels like some sort of resort, or you really feel very nice being here. It's nice, just nice environment, very relaxing, so you can really focus on the job, and it's just nice.
Mm-hmm. And for me, the fact that it doesn't feel like office to me, you know, that it feels like Olga said, like some resort or
Yeah,
hotel,
like you don't want to get out of here
like
at
a-
night. You just want to stay.
like a
and-
house, you know, like
Yeah.
I mean, personal house. Even the kitchen we designed in a way that it's like some like grandma, you know, kind of kitchen. So
yeah, it's like a
Like
proper
homely.
kitchen. You can really
Cozy
cook in
and
it.
homely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that,
So there is a question: is there a budget room? Well, I mean, you know, in Good AI we have a team of researchers that we call budget team. So actually, you can say that maybe Good AI is the budget room, because you know we call them budget team.
I know that Marek, there was at some point there was a discussion about having a moat around the office with a honey badgers inside it to like security systems, you know, like honey badger pit or something. But I don't know. There'd probably be some legal problems getting that approved.
Maybe the badger will just run away. Right?
Yeah, well, you see how good they're at escaping, right? So it would probably just climb up. You'd have to have, well, all that like maximum security prison like they had for Stoffel, right? Like
It's
super high walls and
like
all kinds of stuff.
Badger Alcatraz.
Yeah,
Budget Alcatraz.
Badger Alcatraz. Yeah.
I think it will be impossible to keep him here. Yeah. But it would be cool, really.
So there are more questions. I'm not sure I understand the one before the last. How do you read it? John?
How difficult was it to appropriate space between work and relax areas? So like get the balance between like
the
working
balance.
spaces
Right,
and then
right,
like
I get it,
relaxing
sorry.
spaces.
Well, I think it was quite natural. So the downstairs, like the ground floor, first floor, we call it, it's mostly these spaces, shared spaces, and they're sort of like relaxed spaces at the same time, and they can be used as meeting rooms. So it's kind of natural. And also we have the garden, so it's the ultimate relaxed space. So I think it was quite natural. Like the building asked for it, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, the square meters, I think I already answered. It's about 1,000 square meters, 1,000 square meters. With like the purposable area was the word for it.
I would actually love to see people kind of like destroying, you know, this small.
No,
That can be
Please.
arranged.
Yeah.
That can be arranged.
I mean, not the real one, you know, the.
Please not the real one. Yeah, they have the schematics now to plan a heist or something.
Yes, the 3D printed
I can do-
ships.
We can do
Yeah.
one thing, Marek. Marek, I'll give you the controls here. Look, let me. I think damage
But
is.
maybe Olga doesn't want to see, you
What?
know, the building get destroyed.
I will start crying.
Oh,
probably.
okay. I mean, I was thinking because you know, it wasn't that long ago we introduced our friend here. Where is it? Oh. This could be the. But it's up to you, Marek. It's up to you. No.
Like you can shoot to my window.
Okay, like.
Uranium heist. It's like playing campaigns.
We need like a Keen Office scenario, like a mission, like a campaign or something. Execute Order 66.
And then you can like have like a real
Look, I'll give Marek the
play
honors.
the VR.
All you have to do,
or
Marek, is
something
press the
in
right
the
trigger to
office.
fire. You can walk around, or left triggers to scope in. I think it'll work.
Protect the badgers. Yes, protect the badgers. This would be a nice mission.
Is it damage on? Yes, it is. It looks amazing, actually. The damage looks quite cool. That's going to be a costly repair right there.
I mean, exactly. That was another challenging thing. It's like budgeting the whole thing so it doesn't go over the top, and making it happen on time. So I have to say, a big shout out to our construction company who really
Wow.
delivered on time.
That's not good, Marek.
Just please don't take this as an inspiration.
Like, what the hell are you doing, guys? I mean,
Please don't do it.
Please.
Don't do this at home.
I mean, it's definitely a cool example of destruction and havoc, right? In V-Rage.
Mm-hmm.
That's Olga's segment.
I will not do that.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay.
Cake likes a bigger window now, like going for like a more panoramic window. It's almost like a test though, like in how sturdy is the building. It'd be crazy if you could.
I love the comment.
Yeah, the rocket launchers are great in making a more open concept, right?
Yes,
Open plan.
Exactly. We should have suggested it to our construction company.
You have to ignore the clipping on the right because it's the ultra wide and high FOV which is causing that as well.
Gosh. And this we released the clank. That's where the red light's coming from.
Marek defeats Clang. Colorized 2021. Oh man. I mean, it was such a surprise, wasn't it? Like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure, Marek, you found it, right? I think you were just...
I think Vasek sent this to me.
Oh, Vasek sent it to you, okay. Wow, more interior space. Oh look, we made it through to the garage now.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing renovations.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
No more
okay.
distractions.
No more destruction, that was enough. Again, don't try this at home, everybody.
Don't try this at this home.
Awesome. And it's great to see, like, we've definitely pulled some really interesting, great responses from the chat. I wonder if any of Keen's people or Good AI people are tuned in today.
I don't
So
know.
then we sent it.
Anyone?
Anyone from Keen watching
Or
today?
Good AI?
Let's see. I know Vlado said he was going to try and tune in.
How did you do that? The name tags under. This is nice.
Yeah.
Joel, there is a message for you.
Hey, Joel, get out of my chair.
Who is that? Maybe
This is
Petr or maybe
this is Hiro.
Honzo Hrodes?
Yeah, this is.
I think he was here.
He was here, yeah.
He was here, so that's me. Hello, Honzo.
Hello, Honzo.
It's a very nice chair, actually. It's very nice. Well, that's Lucy. Is Lucy sit here?
No. Well, maybe the new Lucy.
Yeah,
Lucy
the
Hurnofova.
new Lucy.
Oh, right.
Okay. So she's because she usually
yes.
is not here, so
But has she been here?
yeah. But I think
Yes,
just sometimes
yes,
she
yes.
comes.
Oh, okay.
So
Everyone's-
we visit her.
There she is in chat. How you doing, Lucy? That's nice then. So we've got at least got Lucy out in the chat. But we'll be putting this on YouTube because we wanted to ensure that we had no hiccups. So we'll be putting this on YouTube because I'm sure that there's going to be lots of people who would be really interested to see this walkthrough as well. And also one of the really exciting things I think that's come from this is just the discussion about an open day, and there seems to be really a lot of people. It's hard to know how many people would actually be able to make the trip, but definitely a lot of interest to have something. So I think it's whenever it's reasonable with COVID, and the ongoing situation here. So fantastic. So any more questions, guys, for Marek and Olga here tonight? We can actually, we're going to get Karma on stream as well. The trusty cameraman, he's been doing a great job today.
I'll be happy to pass the chair,
Okay,
to
fantastic.
Stefan. Yes.
We'll just see here if we see.
Okay, so I'm
I think
gonna
that's.
switch. Thank you.
Thank you, Olga, so much. Thanks
Thanks
for joining
everyone
us.
for,
And
you
we'll
know.
see you in the future.
Bye.
Bye.
Stefan, you can take a seat real quick though, Marek. I didn't actually. Let's see here.
Oh, it's comfy.
So Stefan, how's it been carrying that camera around?
It's quite heavy. It's tough on the shoulders, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so big shout out to Stefan because he's been the man behind the camera.
Yeah.
And actually, Stefan, it's kind of an impromptu interview here because you were at Good AI initially, and you've recently moved to Keen, haven't you?
Yeah, so I'm a long-time fan of space engineers. I've been following it since 2013, so since the very start. And it was a reason why I wanted to be one of the reasons why I wanted to become a game developer. And then in last year October I joined first Good AI. Worked there for 7-8 months, and then I transferred to Keen over because I'm a space engineers fan.
And he's been playing the game as long as I have, and he's been in the community for a really long time.
For those who don't know, my name in the community is Karmok or Karmakun. So you probably saw me in chat as well. And
actually, I know lots of Karmok's families watching tonight. You said I know at least one, but how many?
The Eichler is my brother, and I think my parents are watching as well. I'm not sure if they are logged into their account, but
hello to Karmok's parents.
Hi mum, I'm on TV.
Fantastic. So yeah, it's really cool because it's again I've seen your name in the community for so many years. So it was really cool when we first met up in Prague and stuff, and it's crazy having you here in the office now, and definitely we really appreciate your help because I think if it wasn't for Karmok, it would have been a bit more complicated with the camera and running up and down. I had to keep an eye on the stream and stuff, so you really helped us out here. So thank you very much, man.
You're welcome. It was a lot of fun.
It was a good workout for the arm.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So I think what we'll do is now to kind of start to wrap this up. I'm not sure, Marek, how you're up for time, how you're feeling.
Yeah, we can wrap up. There was just one question that I want to answer. So
okay, great.
They were asking what weapon that is currently not in Space Engineers that I would like to add to Space Engineers, and it's actually a hammer, or axe or something like this. Just like go around and destroy things, like where you can feel the physicality of it, like like brute force.
So really melee weapons.
Yeah, melee weapon.
That
exactly.
would be that. I think that's definitely something the community would love to see as well. Like because sometimes when you're out of ammo or something, and right now your option for melee is a grinder, right? People use the grinder as a weapon. So that's really interesting.
Can you imagine having some like really big hammer, not like small one,
sledgehammer,
and just like destroy things.
That would be fun. And SE, as you've just shown briefly here, SE is, it's so great when it comes to destruction, destroying things. Like obviously, Jack says the need to destroy. I mean, definitely, it's one of those great things that you create so many awesome builds of Space Engineers. But a lot of people get a lot of satisfaction from also destroying stuff, and it's beautiful to see, right? It's very satisfying. So yeah, we can sort of wrap this up, and if you guys have any other questions for Marek, just about Space Engineers, maybe we'll try and pull a couple of questions out here today. We're coming up to the 2-hour mark here, so it's been a good run.
I actually have a question for Marek.
Okay.
How do you spell clang, with a C or with a K?
Clank. So K.
What?
No! Damn it.
That is not good. That's not good.
So if someone can put Joel's
you
into the
spell like if you want to spell like C-L-A-N-G.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought you mean like how you like say clang.
And also I mean
it's C. Of
Oh,
course.
thank God.
Thank you.
It's okay. I was because everything that I've been fighting for the C clang for a long time.
So Kianata, you heard it. Kianata is one of the guys that really thinks it's with a K, but I guess now you have the word of Marek, and we have to listen to that.
That's a good point actually, Carmen, because obviously you've seen Marek on live streams for so many years and stuff, so it's still like being here in Keen is still probably like it must be kind of crazy after all these years. I know it was for me when I came. So actually, it's a good point. Do you have any other questions for Marek that you've been meaning to ask him after all these years?
I think all my questions have been answered, since I know all the stuff about
It's true. He knows a lot of secrets. We actually have to make sure that I'm here. I actually have I'm actually threatening him right now off camera that if he says anything, that he's gone. So
he's holding a gun right there. No. Yeah, but
give us leaks.
No leaks from me. Sorry.
Great, guys. Well, Carmen, thank you so much here. I think I'll just jump on here and we'll wrap this up. Sure. Just, again, big shout out to Carmen for helping out today big time. And I'm sure we'll see him on stream again at some point. So yeah, I'll just come on here for a little bit. How you doing, guys? Oh, you're here. So yeah, I think any real final questions, and Marek, and if you feel like picking some at the chat, we can go for it. Let's see. Oh, so actually, because one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, actually, because we don't often have time for it, is some more about good AI. Someone was asking, what does good AI do? So obviously, this is someone who maybe is new and hasn't followed us for long. So maybe to some new people, give a brief summary of good AI and its mission, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. So the main mission and why we started it was to work on general AI. It should be AI that is not trained for some specific task, but AI that can learn on its own and invent its own goals, but also can be steered by us to do tasks that we want. So AI that kind of like, when you don't need it to do anything specific, it recursively self-improves, but when you want it to do something, it will do it. So we are on this really long journey to make this happen. Right now, I would say, the frontier of what we are doing is this badger architecture that people can read on goodai.com. Like there are some, we are updating it. And actually today, or maybe tomorrow, we are releasing a blog post from the badger seminar that we had last week in Orangeria with participants from all around the world. So that's that. And then there is another thing that we started to work on almost 2 years ago, and we call it AI game. So it's a game, I don't want to reveal too much, but basically it's a game where if you're successful, there will be like really heavy on AI. So, it should be something that wasn't done before, and the AI should be the main part in that game. So that's another thing that we are working on, and it's looking promising, but we still have to see.
It's obviously it's not an easy task, even though this is, I know that you for sure feel that this is like AI is the next step in in our technology. Obviously we've had kind of big breakthroughs over the years, but AI and its potential is absolutely huge, right? So it's the next great step for us. I know that it's one of those things. I know you've if you guys are more interested in Marek's thoughts and feelings on the topic, definitely check out Good AI's website and also your blog post. I think, is the stuff on your blog post, I can't remember now, do you post stuff about AI on both places, or is there unique content in your blog post about AI that isn't on the Good AI website? I can't remember actually.
Well, there are many things on Good AI website or Good AI blog that are not on my blog.
Okay.
I would say most of them, because usually, we post it as Good AI and not as me. So, yeah, I would go to Good AI blog post or Good AI social media to check it out.
I think the reason I bring it up is because like a lot of people, it's always, whenever we do the stream, is always like, Skynet, all the rest of the things. And when it comes to creating laws and avoiding these potential sci-fi situations, like you've written whole blog posts on like the governance and like rules for dictating how AI would like operate in the future, right? So definitely if you think like if you don't know so much about it and you're interested, I definitely recommend reading more, and you can find out about I think you've definitely addressed the biggest like questions that people, or the stereotypes people have about AI. So I recommend reading further there.
And right now, if I would have to sum it up, I would say I would see two approaches, how to make sure that the AI is aligned with us. And so one is like the old idea that we had, and that's that basically when you have the AI system, you train it, you kind of bias it on your human values, and you bias it as much as possible. So even if it starts inventing its own goals, or it starts to change itself, because there is some kind of evolution still running in the system, it will be biased by those values that you hardcore you trained, in the beginning. So even if it will be changing, it still should be changing in the cone of the original values that you inserted. So that's one way, but I think it will not be super robust, and it can always just few iterations, and the values of that system can be like very different from the values it had in the beginning, and also very different from your values. So there can be also another mechanism that we are now looking on, and it's connected to this badger architecture that we are working on, which is you can view it as a system or agent that is made from multiple agents inside, like millions, for example. And the interesting thing here is that each of these agents have their own objective. So there is not just one global objective, but many local objectives. And there is some kind of interplay between them, and some kind of, let's call it power play, So nobody is the strongest one in the society of these agents. And so we hope that this can be another way how to make sure that the AI stay aligned, so that, there is always somebody competing and cooperating with somebody else. It's not just one monolithic entity, but kind of like multi-agent, like a society.
Brian says a parliament of AI, like a
that could be
a council or something like this. I mean, definitely, and I think if something as powerful as that was under any one entity or person's control, it obviously would be very dangerous. So it has to be something that would be kept in check by like a group of a well-trusted group or of companies or I mean, it gets to the point where it could be even nations, right, that are like making sure that everyone aligns on these rules.
In other words, I think it shouldn't be monolithic system with one global objective or like singular objective, but I think it should be something that is multi-agent, diverse, and basically nobody is stronger than like the rest. So there needs to be some kind of balance, and I think this is the best way how we can do it safely. But still, I would say there is also the thing that I think there still will be some kind of uncertainty. So we'll need to see in following years how it will develop, because I think right now to talk about AI safety when we don't have that system yet, it's quite hard. It's like talking about safety of life on Mars, when we are not even living there.
It's true. There's still, it's good to plan ahead, so you don't go with the chaos. But at the same time, it's sometimes hard to see exactly how those will play out because we don't know all the steps before there, right? So I can get that. Jim actually asked, would you be using quantum? And I read that comment. But Jim asks, would you be using quantum computing with good AI?
Maybe probably not, or most likely not, or at least the quantum computing is like really in early days, and I don't even know much about it, and even the people that we work with, nobody's really like using or thinking about quantum computing. So like we don't know, and it would really depend on what we can gain. Like maybe some really special quantum computer could be running the simulation faster, but it's so it's not a real thing for us yet, like a product or something tangible that you can use. So I don't count with it as a sure thing. Maybe we'll get surprised, and maybe a few years
some breakthroughs.
There will be some breakthrough. Maybe we'll be able to get our hands on quantum computers, but even like saying we will use quantum computer, like at this moment I don't even know what that quantum computer could do for us, if you know what I mean. Like how would it differ from normal computers than we have today? So maybe yes, but I don't know yet right now.
Okay. And let's see. I'm not sure. There's two there from Jam and Adarine in there. I'm not sure if you want to address one of those.
So, Jam, I think the main question is if basically having these agents, if it's not the same as enslaving free-thinking group of agents, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the
yeah. And so I think this is a good question, and I think it's a question of ethics. Like if you want these agents, if you want to attribute them some human properties, like think about think about them as like, you know, they have some identity and they're like humans with human rights and everything. So I think it's a good question, and I think in the future we will change our opinion about AI and robots, and maybe we will see them as, you know, like equals.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I think we kind of want to see them as tools, you know. And when you have your car, you don't really want to be thinking that, you know, like what the car wants. You just want to use it.
It's a good point, but
Yeah.
no, I can see that, like, to begin with, and especially if they're not so advanced, you still wouldn't feel like that connection that you would with like a living.
But maybe after some time,
no, I think
we would actually, you know, like you can see this basically in movies. That
Yeah.
When there is a robot or some AI system that is like really human-like, and sometimes it can be even toy. You know, like
Mhm,
for example, recently I have seen some robot toy, and with like nice facial animations and everything. Like it wasn't human-like looking. It just had this facial, you know, like
I saw
smile
it. You sent
and
it to
eyes.
us. It was
Yeah,
really cool.
like
It was,
big
it
big
was
eyes and
fantastic.
everything. And with that thing, you can feel like it's a living being, and then it's basically very easy to get to conclusion that it's like a human. You know, it's
Yeah.
like sometimes you can treat dogs and cats like basically humans, or like, you know, almost humans. So I think definitely this is something that will happen, and maybe it will also depend on how our ethics will change in the future, because, you know, like I think things will change in like our approach to lifespan and death, and what is your identity, or like, for example, if you'll be able to make copy of yourself. So like, what does it mean? You know, like,
Exactly.
like which copy is the original copy? Who owns the, you know, the like physical resources and so on. So I think many of these things will change. And but back to this question, I would actually like want to not think about that system as a person,
Okay.
but in the end, I think in some way, maybe you treat him as a colleague, you know, that is doing some job for you, but you still need to treat him with respect. Maybe I think this will be the approach, because we actually want system that when not given a task is working on how to improve itself. So it will be a system that will basically there will not be that much that a human doesn't have. You know, like maybe human doesn't have the DNA, you know, like path, or maybe this system will not have ID card, you know, or like you know, it will not be a real human. But other than that, it will do most things that the humans do. So I think the best approach, or that I kind of foresee, is that treat it as a colleague, and have some kind of symbiosis with that system.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I think it's because it's still relatively early days. I think we will, like, our opinions and our society will evolve to fit like how the AI progresses. And I think it's, as you said, in movies, it's portrayed in many ways how like attitude changes towards robots and AI. So yeah, definitely to start with, it would be like, I don't think, maybe some people would, but it would be quite like minimal. But then you can really see it happening at some point if it gets where they really have this this awareness and portray these like classic feelings. I think that as soon as they start like really acting and speaking and like another human, I think it will be, it almost will feel natural to treat them like, I think, like as colleagues or as friends or whatever, right?
But also, it I think will depend on how much that system will basically like project its personality,
Mm-hmm.
because you know, like you can see this with people, that there are some people who are kind of keeping it for themselves, and but then there are people who really kind of like, you feel their personality, you know, like more extroverted people, for
yeah,
example.
definitely.
And so, for maybe it's just me, but maybe I'm seeing this system as something that is keeping it for themselves, you know, or like for
Mhm.
itself. Something like Alfred and Batman, you know. So Alfred, like, you know, doing all the work and
Yeah.
everything, but not really, I don't like stepping too much into Batman's, you know, like.
Bubble, like his
Bubble.
his limelight, like
Yeah,
his like
yeah,
spotlight or
yeah.
something.
So he was there doing the things, but basically not being a burden for Batman, you know,
No,
just like
no.
helping him. And like still, of course, we know that Alfred has his personality, his ego, and everything, but it's somehow not important, or somehow it's not the main thing that you perceive. So maybe I would prefer this kind of system.
Okay, it's definitely there's so much to go into this, and it's one of those things that I'm glad that we could even talk about this today, because like often when you join us on the stream, we skim across AI news, so it's great, and there's loads of questions in chat about this. Like Dave Ralph saying, if an AI was around a long time, could it be a problem if its objectives don't change? Should AI's objectives change with society? If so, could its worldview be manipulated?
So I think the answer to these questions is like yes, and actually that one with not changing the objectives is interesting. I don't even know how to interpret the question, but
like if his objectives were set at the start.
I think this would be pretty hard to do in the system that we are working on right now, because there the
more
objectives,
adaptive, right?
Yeah, the objectives are changing all the time, and it's a system that evolves like constantly, and so I mean that's the biggest danger, obviously, and I don't know how to make it so that the objectives are, let's say, frozen, like they just freeze them for some
somehow
time. Actually, I was thinking some time ago about this, but right now I don't even know how to do this, because that would be kind of like a death for that system. It's like, like just freezing and not doing nothing, because it's really hard sometimes to say what is objective, what is action, what are goals, to like put them away. So and then if it can, there's something like ignoring the society or I don't know, like manipulating the society or something like this, right?
Should its objectives change as society changes and evolves, right?
Its worldview be manipulated. Yeah, so I think, definitely its worldview could be manipulated. It's actually kind of like problem or risk in AI, even in the narrow AI these days, that you train AI on some data, and if the data, has some biases, like political, gender, like whatever, the data will then get propagated to model, to neural network, and so it can be manipulated definitely, and hopefully we'll be able to train the system so that it's like smart and at least not easily manipulated.
Comes again to like that, and that is also down to security, I think. Jack's got a good question here. Jack asks, because I know this is posted on blog posts, Jakarian asks, has good AI developed any real world implementations, examples of how AI could improve lives? So maybe some of what I haven't honestly but I know in the past there's definitely been some projects, right, which you can I think talk about now.
Yeah, so in Good AI Applied, for some time we have done some things, and one was, it was still just a prototype. We didn't go into like production, but it was a prototype for AI that is helping patients to not get ulcers. An ulcer, do you know what it is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. It's like when you're a patient.
Oh, when you're lying down your back and you get it because you're lying too long, right? Yeah.
So basically there was a camera and AI, and the AI was watching if the person moves, like really watching even like some micro movements, and if the person didn't move after a certain period, the alarm would go to nurses. And the nurses will come and just change the position of the person. So this was the idea.
Pressure ulcers, yeah.
Yeah, pressure ulcers, yeah. And but then we actually didn't go into full production, because like from a business point of view, this thing it didn't feel like a big problem for the hospitals.
Okay.
Because they already can solve this, with like these proper beds and proper mattresses and everything else. So they still get some ulcers like from time to time, like it's not zero, but this is not a big deal, and definitely the cost of our solution would be, I think, much higher than what they can get from insurance companies. Because the AI, like you cannot sell it for $10 or something. No. Unfortunately now, GPUs and everything are way too expensive. But maybe actually in the future it can be very, very cheap, this kind of solution. I believe actually that it could be quite cheap.
There's lots of questions here. I said, Marek, I'm not sure. I don't want to keep you too long. I'm not sure if you've got anything over plans.
Go a couple minutes.
Okay, great. Okay, sure. There was one question. It's kind of going off AI for a second here. Was about Warfare, the next Warfare update, and I think you can. I mean, I could probably just repeat what we said last week, and that the next Warfare will have new weapons, new types of weapons, big improvements to combat, and I think the other one was quality of life improvements. I think so. Definitely, no teasers yet because of course the recent update and DLC just came out. But rest assured, there is plenty of very exciting things in the works, and we will definitely be giving more info on that as time gets closer. Let me just. There was some stuff up. I need to scroll up. I think. How much? Let's see.
Joel, maybe we can ask the community what they think is how they would describe space engineers in one very short sentence. Or what is the most important thing in space engineers for them? Or not the feature, not things like this, but what is the essence of space engineers for them?
That's a great question. So guys, what do you think?
And then maybe also what is not, because sometimes these negatives can, help you. So what do you think is the essence of space engineers?
The core. What makes space engineers for you a good
and then
game?
What is not? And this can actually help me. So.
I was going to quickly turn off 1 second.
So, creation and destruction, the circle of life, that's good. Then for Ronin, it's the community. Then creation and clank. Then building with the community and friends to make the best game. Then adventure of possibilities and ability to lead your own storyline. Lego in space. Outlet for creativity and ingenuity. But he would also love to see some love for PvE and progression.
I mean, when you say the assets are already there, do you mean the mods? Because obviously, we've been recently looking at the AI enable mods, and which adds these NPCs and stuff. We were showcasing this recently. I mean, definitely when we talk about it, it's a lot of things comes out that it's really players want more to do with what they build.
Okay, there is Gym Fingers.
Okay.
It's unknown possibilities. This is good. I like that. Then Jakarian, SE has a simply enough building system that has a simple enough building system that allows nearly anyone to grasp it. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And
hey,
Star Driver, he has 10,000 hours invested in the game, and he can stop making things. So I think that is pretty much self-explanatory as well.
Yeah. Star Driver has honestly been one of the
freedom of building my dream spaceship. And Demetrius, I love the exploration and building. Nothing is there.
Yeah, hey Natik.
Hi Natik. And Garmer, to crush my enemies, to see them driven before me, to hear the lamentation of their home.
Okay, that's different. That's a new one for me, Gamer.
And hi, Podronic, I would like more complex ship systems to build around, so I get this. And Captain Blade, for myself, Space Engineers represents being able to create my own space-based community and adventures, represents possibility of better future and my dream of going to space. I'm not limited by my imagination and time, so that's good. Then Strong Who, after 7 years of playing SE, I never get bored of it, so that's good.
That's great. Yeah, it's definitely true. We've got guys. Let me know. If I say this, it will probably break. I've got a question, but I'll wait for you guys. See if there's any more here.
Good. Yeah. That was useful.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, guys. My next question was just kind of a simple question. Just let me know tonight. What year did you join Space Engineers? So were you an OG 2013 or a little later 2014? So yeah, just let us know in what year did you guys find and start playing Space Engineers? I'm just curious at the kind of year of Okay, I got a couple OGs there.
I actually like that they are using OG.
Yeah, you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
That's OG.
That's OG. So we got 2014. Brian Etter's quite new. 2019, 2014. It's quite a mix there. I mean, I think that's at least any 2016ers. I think I've seen every year but 2021 and 2016. 2018, 2015. Because when I see 2015, I tend to think that it's like, because with Planets, we saw like a huge new influx of players.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious if there's, it seems very, Executive 2016, okay. And Tenable also, but they couldn't play it until you got it on Xbox. So did you get it on PC, but you weren't able to play it until Xbox came out? The game was gifted to me, 2013. Yeah. It is wild. I mean, I think, for no one more so than Marek, like, to think back to 2013, like, to think where we are, like, right this second in this office here in Prague, everyone hanging out here, and to think of the roads. And I think when you guys were like, the four of you, I guess, when you first started the project, I mean, obviously you had a lot of belief behind it and hope for the project, but you couldn't like see the future, right? So you couldn't, or maybe you could. Maybe did you see yourself like? Could you imagine yourself kind of getting to the point you are now, or were you kind of not thinking too far ahead, and just like enjoying the ride, so to speak?
Well, in some sense, I could see it. Like not the details. Obviously, like I didn't know. For example, like that I will meet you or Orangerie or these things, but somehow or maybe in some abstract, vague form, they were in my head.
Like the steps.
Yeah.
Like steps to achieve. We've got some 26. So definitely in the chat tonight, all kinds of like player ages here. So we really have got some. It's great to see that. And Brian Etter was following it on YouTube. I know lots of people who are following it on YouTube, like either via like our own videos or via the the guys who did like group survival and all this stuff. People were following these stories, even if they weren't able to play or like didn't have time to play. So laptop couldn't handle it. Yeah, I know that. Definitely in the past, like having a laptop run SC was definitely a challenge. Like these days, you can get a lot of like pretty good gaming laptops for reasonable prices, I think. But I know in 2013, a laptop running SC was probably quite a challenge. Starter Rumors in 2014, they said Space Engineers was dead, and here we are, 7 years later. Fantastic. That's awesome, guys. So we will definitely have to do more streams with Marek in the future as well. Now actually it's good that I've kind of found all the equipment that was scattered around the office, so we can you can definitely get Marek on more often on these streams. And again, it's a nice it's nice doing these weekly live streams, because again, like we wouldn't normally have the time to talk like this in an update stream, because people want to know, when is the update releasing and so on. So it's nice that we can really like just discuss things, and it's what we do in general, Marek, on a weekly basis. We just kind of talk about how players are feeling and the kind of how the community is doing at the moment. I know that some of our team members have managed to pull some pretty interesting information from these streams as well. Can it run Crisis replaced by Can it run SE? And also, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, I know people are always asking Marek about like performance. When are we going to get more performance and so on? But what is amazing is when you really look back at 2013 and when you look at how much we can do now, like how many ships can be in a world, how many players can play in a world. I remember like I built this huge ship, and just moving it, just being in the world with the Sims people would be like 0.4, and flying it would be like 0.2. And now I could have like, I don't know, like probably 10 of these ships and fly them, and the Sims people will still be like 1.0. So it's one of those things that it's actually amazing thinking back just how much more you can do in the game now from a performance point of view. Even though I know people always, it's this never-ending battle because you optimize the game more, people build up to those limits, and they're like, we need more performance, and then it's like a never-ending battle. But
I somehow remember that even the first version in 2013, like in my opinion, it was pretty fast.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. It was only when you started like building these giga ships and stuff, right?
Yeah. Because back then it was much simpler, there were not so many systems and interconnected things and everything. But I think the good news is that we are working on some stuff like for some really long-term future, and we are basically rethinking the optimization and the multi-core, like parallelization in the game, and this will be huge change. And but it's a really long-term project, so you will get to know about it later. But I believe that actually having good performance in the game is like the core thing, because I hate when games or applications are slow, so obviously I want it to be as fast as possible. So
responsive.
We're actually changing some things, and in long-term future I think people will like this new stuff.
There's actually an interesting question here. I think in summary it's about like I wanted to, basically often people are asking about good AI kind of connecting with KeenSWH or space engineers, and maybe it's just more like a loose question like people obviously, because they see the AI in the name and they're like, okay, AI, I know some people still think that like good AI is about making AI and space engineers or something like that, but do you have any kind of thing that you can add about like where you could see some kind of collaboration, and maybe not now, but in the future having projects from good AI like merged into space engineers?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, like the AI game that I mentioned.
Yeah.
So if it will work, if the technology will work in AI game, then we definitely will move this to space engineers. So I don't want to talk too much about this because we still don't have it, so
of course.
I don't want to be like, I don't like blabbing or, trying to sell something that is not even there yet. So I would rather wait, but definitely there will be, some collaboration, or basically we'll get the technology to space engineers.
That's good. I think that's what most people like will be pretty happy to hear, I think. Jabab says, this very stream is a monument to what you can do in and with space engineers. Marek is in-game destroying the office he is in right now, and then sitting in was a monumental moment in my opinion. Like for Jabab, like just seeing this, seeing you destroying an office in a like in the real office of something that was built in space engineers, it just shows how little borders there are. As I said, if you can imagine it, you can build it. That's a great, that's a quote right there, I think, Jabab. That's awesome. And I often know what I say to people, like it's quite a good saying that in on the whole, your imagination is the limit. Of course, like when it comes to doing something, you like obviously you cannot build everything one-to-one, but you can get you can really still make something that you can recognize, and you can really appreciate the details still. So it's definitely I think this is I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream, because it's probably a how to word like a not a one-off, but it's not there's not many other opportunities to do something like this where we can walk around something in game and also in real life. Like I guess you'd have to, maybe if you guys, and actually Roni has actually built Charles Bridge before. Actually, he's actually built Charles Bridge in the game. So maybe
I remember.
If we get some people making buildings around Prague, then we could do something like that. But still, it's really cool. If people can imagine they can build it. If a block doesn't exist, Keen can add it, or the folks can mod it in. Win-win for all.
Actually, it would be really good to have a game where you can rebuild the cities, and like kind of one-to-one. That would be awesome.
And then destroy them, maybe.
Yeah.
like in real.
Or maybe have some like battles. In those cities, and I would really love this to recreate, for example, Prague or Rome, and then in different time periods, you know, like I don't know, like 300 or 300 BC or you know, I think this would be really good.
It'd be cool to see, like, there obviously are some games where you see like depictions, but they're often like London or like New York, and obviously like I think of like GTA, for example, has some really amazing cities, but I feel like there's never enough love for like European cities and stuff. I mean, I think there are some games that have some like parts in of a city, but Roni mentions Microsoft Flight Simulator. Have you seen the videos from that and how you can basically fly anywhere in the world? The only thing is, of course, is like a lot of the land you can't like run around and stuff, and the buildings aren't super accurate. But I think it's a dream of many people to like literally have the entire world recreated in a game. But like imagine like GTA, like graphics and like everything, but like the world, and you could run around and cause trouble, I guess. But I think at some point it'll get there, right? I think it's only a matter of time, but it's still like the amount of computational power to actually make something like that, and to the data to store it is still like massive. Yeah. Do you have anything, Marek? Like, I'm assuming you've seen Ready Player One, right? And can you see yourself if something like this existed, where it was like this like universe, and you could literally just put on and forget? Can you see that being like a big part of society in the future? Like this will eventually happen, like this kind of like.
And even like the VR, not just like necessarily one system, one you know, like multiverse or not multiverse. How they call this now?
I forgot the name. Metaverse. Yeah.
So because I think the idea with metaverse is kind of not enough, because I think you want more platforms, right? Not just one game. You know, you have more games.
I think there's in a metaverse there are lots of games within that. I mean, when I hear metaverse, I think like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
I forgot what's the name of the.
But it was still kind of like quests within like this big game, right? So
I mean, you could go shopping and do stuff as well. There wasn't just games, but yeah.
For me, metaverse would be something like Oculus Quest App Store, you know, or something like that, or like Steam, you know, where you will choose the game that you want. Of course, that game can have games within game, you know, like there is nothing against this, but in order to have some kind of diversity of different developers, different ideas, you probably don't want to just have like one game. But other than this, I think this will be a huge part of the human society. Actually, one of my colleagues recently told me that he likes this kind of virtual tourism, you know, so like not going like tourist, you know, like to tourist attractions in real life, but being a tourist in games.
Yeah, wow, okay. Yeah.
And so I think for people who are, let's say, younger, or, you know, have different life, you know, ideas or opinions or lifestyle, like the virtual world can be as real as the real world. And actually, I think there is not that much difference between virtual and real world. You know, it's still. I'm not saying we are in a simulation, but you know,
maybe we are.
But even if we were, I think it's still information. You know, like whether you get it from virtual or real, it doesn't matter in my opinion that much. And so, what I actually think the future will be that, like, I would describe this from a different angle. It's that last centuries people were discovering science and basically physical laws and how nature works. But in the future, I think the bigger part of our innovation and discoveries will be made actually in artificial simulations or in artificial universes. So not basically discovering the physical laws of this universe, but creating and then discovering physical laws in artificial universes. And if you compare this, so I think like 1% of our discovery will be in this universe, and I think 99% of discovery will be in these artificial universes that will be made for example, innovation in some specific angle and so on. So I think actually, and at that point, like, would it really matter, like, what is artificial and what is not, you know? So, for example, like, music is almost completely artificial, and you don't care, you know, like, you enjoy the music, like, it generates some emotions, in
Yeah.
you, obviously, but, like, the whole, I would say, like, space of music, I think, is very, very artificial and not really, like, existing.
Well, I think when something can, when an experience can like give you the same sensations and feelings as happen in the real world, then of course you can. I mean, sometimes in VR, even when I haven't tried it for a while, but sometimes already, depending on the experience, your brain can somehow like forget. You can actually already kind of lose yourself in VR, but as soon as there would be more ways to make your entire body feel immersed, I think, and by then, you know, resolution and stuff like that will be improved. I think people will like end up like plugging in and being able to like forget about their real lives at some point. But no, that's a good thing necessarily. It's a balance probably, but
I think actually we are spending more and more time in these artificial situations now than people used to thousands of years ago. You know, like, just like, look on how much time you spend playing Space Engineers, you know,
yeah, a lot.
watching YouTube, or
Yeah.
like talking with people you never met, and or for example, like discussing sci-fi concepts that never existed and probably never will exist.
Mhm.
And so I think you actually already spend more time in these artificial universes made in our imagination than the time that we spend in the real world, you know, or maybe not everybody, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
but like, everybody probably has different ratio, but and I don't think it's a bad thing. And so it's like, for example, there is some kind of evolution where you need to fight for resources and survival in this universe, and then in parallel there is some kind of like cultural evolution that has nothing to do with the reality but is as real for you, and you can explore, invent, create new things in that reality, you know. And it's like, for example, the evolution of music in last centuries, you know.
Yeah.
It's nothing
Changed a lot.
and it would actually not help you with survival basically at all. Like, maybe few musicians make money on, you know, like, making the music,
Right.
but everybody else, you just enjoy it, and
Mhm.
and it's not helping to survive, you know, to like fight, to be, you know, like, better at, you know, some wars. And same with art, same with, for example, architecture. Like, why waste time designing all these beautiful ancient, you know, like, palaces and buildings and everything, if you can invest that money, you know, to wage a new war? But people did it, you know. So basically,
Yeah.
they were already, even 2000 years ago, they were already spending a lot of their mental time in these artificial places that didn't exist. And I mean art, you know, like, what is beautiful, what is aesthetics, maybe some philosophy, maybe music, and many other things, and even stories, you know, like, just making up stories. So I don't think that, and actually the funny thing is that in that space you can innovate and evolve much faster than in the real world, you know, because you have different constraints. So to me, the real and virtual, it's actually, well, I mean, I'm not the old person who would say, you know, like, you need to spend time in the real world because the
Yeah.
virtual is bad one. Of course, like, we are still people, you know, we still need to move, you
Yeah,
know, we
yeah,
need to be like in nature, and so on and so on. So like, all these things are useful, but I also think we need to spend time in these abstract spaces and be thinking about things that the real world cannot give you.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of and especially there's so many experiences, and I think that you would be impossible to experience, or very hard to experience in the real world. So it makes a lot of sense in that. I mean, of course, like in with Ready Player One, it's like the life is not so great. Real life, like, I don't know, like be it like climate or the economy or housing, whatever. So I think is it over. I remember the stacked buildings. I think it's like I think it's a combination of like overpopulation and so on. So actually, it was more of an escape, right? This universe. But again, art, music, everything now already is like an escape. Like we listen to it, we kind of want to like unplug from the real world and somehow go into our own mind and our own thoughts. So in some ways, I mean, yeah, it's
But I think it's also that basically everything is competing for your attention.
Yeah, that is true.
And then like many of the things are actually not about competition but about creating new niches or new resources or new spaces. So actually that's where I think it's easier to expand. Like you can compete for something real, like survival, and you can wage wars with other people and so on, or you can make your own niches, where it's only the resources are only for you, and then these resources can be something really abstract like music, and a different kind of music and a different kind of music and so on. So it's like you can think that maybe people already invented all kinds of music, but it's not true, because every year you get some new ideas, like somebody just invents something unexpected, and you are surprised. And the same with art and so on. And like for example, there are people who are really programming some kind of artificial universes, these silver automata simulations or some artificial life simulations and so on. And some of them are even like starting to look interesting and nice. And who knows how these things will look later. But the thing is that these people are basically creating something for other people to explore and build on, and it goes in all directions. It doesn't go just in one direction, like we want to survive and propagate and have many children and, like that's it. But it's actually going to all directions. So it's like some kind of open-ended system that is inventing its own goals, maybe maximizing its future options, and that's what is interesting about this. So I think with AI, with AI, I think this process will be much faster and much different, and I think there will be even kinds of like art that for a human like you or me would be not interesting. So even like what is interesting, I think would change, because for many people, for example, some art piece is nice, for some people it's ugly.
You get some really crazy stuff that you look at it, and to some people they can somehow pull meaning out of it, and to others it's like, oh, that's just like a dot on some dots or something. Like it's definitely true that it can be interpreted and appreciated by some and not others. But that actually reminds me of another thing, that's how, for sure, and I think you've spoken about this many times, how like AI will be like creating experiences, be that like AI will be, I mean it's already done in some ways now, like people are already doing it, like AI creating music, creating art, and it's creating games, and it's, of course, it can just kind of like not chain reaction, but it can just spiral and just get crazier and crazier. And I'm just thinking, because already you can kind of do that, right? There's already maybe even good AI's done. I mean, I'm trying to think now. Some art, I think, didn't you?
Well, for example, even what Nicolas has done now in this competition is something, that creates new combinations of new patterns in this Minecraft competition.
I thought so, yeah. I was trying to remember.
So this is about creativity and innovation and novelty. So I think AI is not only about, automating mundane tasks, but actually also about innovation.
Definitely.
That it's just part of intelligence, it's innovate, discover, and so on. And so like right now, where AI can create new things, it's, for example, the Clip or DALL-E, sorry. And that's AI where you actually, like, using text, you describe what you want, and the AI generates a picture for you.
I know this,
And I think it's not useful to make money right now, but it's definitely powerful and kind of eye-opening, that this is really interesting. And what we are doing with the AI game has this kind of like ambition as well. It's basically like there are two ambitions that I have. One is to use AI in games that behaves like people, so you can talk to them, teach them, they have their motivations, their emotions, they can talk to each other, influence each other. So that's one ambition that I have. Another is to use AI to create games. In the beginning, maybe just some parts of the games, but in the future, ideally, it would be that you will, describe...
Put some inputs or something.
Your game. You will describe your game, and the AI will, execute it. And you will have your game.
Game development made easy.
And then you will say that, no, I want these things different.
The
AI will ask, like, so you mean it like this or like that? Again.
And it would change so much quicker than it would iterate upon that, like, so much faster than any human would be able to, so...
And then maybe it will be even able to invent things that even people cannot invent because we have some biases.
We can't maybe conceive it, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
So that's the future.
That's the future. The future is exciting, and I really encourage you guys to make sure you follow Marek on both Twitter and his blog, and also Good AI on their website as well. So all this, there's blog posts being posted regularly about the research they're doing, and I strongly recommend you following that if you're interested in learning more. On top of that, I'm sure we'll have Marek back soon. Obviously, the last time we had him, I don't actually remember the last. I mean, obviously for the live stream last week, but I'm not sure the last time we had like a sit down like this. It may have been. We spoke to the open party last August. We sat down for a little bit and talked, but it's really great, and I think the community. It's nice to have you guys here and being able to ask Marek questions and so on. So yeah, I think we can probably wrap that up for today. I think it's coming up to 10 p.m. here in Prague, coming up to 3 hours. So yeah, time flies.
3 hours.
3 hours nearly,
wow.
yeah. Time flies and you're having fun. And all this amazing, it's been really great today, guys. Thank you so much. I want to see Marek playing SE. We have to think of some like cool scenario or something we could do. Roni created this office, for example, but Roni created so many like great creations that I'm sure Marek would be impressed by. Naodi's got a question there, I guess, for you, Marek. Maybe a final question, maybe, I don't know.
You mean the Naoda?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long till the AI develops a bias? I'm not sure if I understand the question exactly, because like what I mean by bias or some prior is like something that the system already starts with and it's constraining its future development or evolution. So that's bias for me, and basically like bias, in humans. So if it develops its own bias, that's how to kind of like understand the question is that, well, basically I would say like anything that you learn or that changes you is based on your previous biases or what you were, and influence of the environment, like these two things, and so. Well, simple answer to this question I think would be that it will be developing its own biases like every little step.
Okay, there we go. That's a good final question there, and just like to again thank you everyone involved into making today's stream possible. Big shout out to Neil and Roni for their awesome KeenSWH House and Good AI HQ build, which you can find in the Steam Workshop. I'm not sure if Erin's still there, or maybe if we can get some links again for those blueprints if you guys want to have a look at them yourselves. And a shout out, of course, to Karmakun for helping with the camera today. He did a really good job and made the whole process go a lot smoother. And of course, big thanks to Marek and Olga for joining us today on this very special, unique live stream here in Prague.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you soon. Fun. We'll be back next Thursday. We'll have another Devs Lost in Space, and we'll probably be back in Space Engineers doing some more Q&A and some creation showcase. And maybe, I know Natik wants to come on stream at some point, so we might have a guest as well. We'll have to see. But thank you, guys. Thank you, Marek, so much.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. See you later. I'm going to jump up yet. Bye.